can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
What's up, and welcome to my Mind Over Matter. My name is Rick, and yes, we're here for another show. This one might end up being a good few hours. I got to be done by at least 9 because I gotta go and pick up someone, so I gotta run out of here. But 3 hours should be more than enough for us to talk. If you got something to say, hey, come on and speak your mind. Because let's talk today, July 28th. Wow, the month is almost over. Heading into August, it's going to be a rough August. I'm telling you, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, but we're going to go. And we're going to walk forward, and we're going to be okay. All right? So let's go ahead and put the link out. I know Albie will make his way in. Anybody else comes through, they can make their way in. Let me see here. Yeah, today is pretty chilled out today. Really didn't do much. Just needed a stretch. Nice Friday stretch. Show number 399. 399. Holy shit. We're almost at 400. 400 is the next show. Now I'm debating when I'm gonna do that show. I am thinking could be a Saturday show or it could be a Sunday show. I think I'm pushing more for a Sunday show just because tomorrow I got some obligations and things I got to take care of. And I'm going to be out of here for a while. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a show or maybe. I don't know. I don't know for a show tomorrow. Um, Fingers crossed. We'll see. I'll decide before the show is over. Maybe I'll let you guys decide because it's not only my show; it's everyone's show here. It's my mind over your matter. So, with that said, let's bring in Albie. Albie,
What up? What?
Albie Smooth here, turning it up.
Yep, I got a little high before I came out to your show, so
Yeah, I got mine rolled up. I got two of them rolled up. One, I know one is this one over here. It's purple gorilla glue, and then this one, I forgot the name of it. I have it here. I have it here. I totally forgot the name of it, but I can bring it up. Okay. This one here is fried banana. No wonder I couldn't bring up that name. Fried fucking banana. What a name. Fried banana. So I'm gonna smoke fried banana first. The name is funny, fried banana. I'm like, what the okay. I mean, we call those maduro, or you're gonna go, fried plantains. That's different. Those are pretty good too. I like maduro. Maduro is sweet plantain, fried sweet plantain. Oh man, but let's go ahead and light it up. I'm gonna go until my voice. I don't want to strain my voice. I think I strained my voice the other day. I took a break. I was on Illusions channel yesterday for an hour. I shouldn't have got out because I think that ruined the show when it just went to dead air and then the show ended. I'm sorry, Doc Illusions. I mean, I was being really nice. I was trying to give other people the opportunity to jump in because it was a 1-to-1. I'm here yawning. I don't know why. I guess people are exhausted today. It's Friday, baby. Feel good Friday. But yeah, I was having a good conversation with him, and he was speaking, and it was clear. The conversation was very clear. No echoes, no nothing. So I was like, all right, this is gonna be a good show, right? So I just to give someone else a chance to come on, I went ahead and jumped off the stream. And it was a stream that was set up. It was through YouTube. It was I guess you could do it a certain way, and he was able to do it. Why am I yawning? Holy shit. I wasn't yawning before. Now I'm yawning. Wow. Where did that come from? I'm not even tired. That's crazy. And I'm here yawning. Anyhow. But it was a good show. And I apologize for jumping out because I think I ruined it by jumping out. I was like, yo, what's up, T? Mr. T over there. Man, but it was a good show. And I wish I would have stayed on last night. But all in all, it's going to be a good show here on my side. Maybe Illusions may come through. Who knows who's going to come through today? If you want to talk, hey, the link is on the channel. Come on in. Speak a few words. Speak your mind. If you want to poke at my mind, this is a good opportunity because it's pretty quiet and definitely could use someone poking my mind. Poke my mind on my mind over your matter. What a thing, right? But I'm looking for the 400 freaking episode. That's crazy. Just to think about $3.99. Let me take these glasses off because they drive me nuts. Because for some reason I'm getting super tired. Like I'm getting drained for no reason. No reason. I just feel like this exhaustion just came over me. And it's not me because I took a nap. I felt fine. I'm doing good. It's just for some reason I'm tired. I just got tired. Let me drink some water. I had some this weed. My buddy put me on. What's the name of it? Oh yeah, how can I forget? He put me on lemon haze. It's called lemon haze. Wow, it was a good smoke. Man, it makes you talkative. That one. I need to get some of that. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. Why? I was not tired when I started the show. I was feeling good. Now I'm like yawning. I'm having watery eyes. I feel like, what the hell is going on here? But I had the lemon haze, and let me tell you, it made me very talkative. head high, very good. Um, very good for the cerebral. I was just seeing things, hearing things. I was like telling my buddy, "Yo, if I win this Mega Millions, oh man, you're gonna see a big difference in my quality in shows." If I win 500 million, well, because after taxes, it'll be around 500 million. Man, I it was totally changed my life and other people's lives, and it's just it'll be overwhelming. I think I'll be very overwhelming. Oh, and people need to stop shopping at Amazon. You need to stop shopping at Amazon. Um, their CEO, I don't even want to mention his name. What's his fucking name? Um, he's just he's part of the game. He's part of the bullshit, and he's very close to Oprah Winfrey. Too close, way too close. And I just think it's a bad idea to be dealing with this person. Fucking Jeff Bezos. That's a stupid name, but he's just a bad character. Not a good person. Not very helpful. Very opportunistic. Selfish. Um, nasty. Like, okay, I understand you want to kiss your girl and everything, but damn, you gotta like have pictures of it all the time and have people like, all right, you're fucking kissing a girl, congratulations. Like Oprah was at his yacht just yesterday. Um that draws red flags everywhere. Fuck Oprah. Crazy bitch. Okay. Getting a call from Florida. I'm not picking that up. So what's your thoughts about Samuel as people are linking Samuel with? Well, Lilith, listen, how I feel about it. Listen, if they got together, they got together. You know what I mean? It takes two to make a thing go right. That's what I learned back in the 80s. I learned that, and let's talk about sex. It's the two songs that just popped in my head. And back in the day, when a boy meets a girl, and the boy, you know, I'm not even gonna talk about that. But I'll tell you right now, the sexual energy is super strong. And if she did hook up, It was for the best. And she knew what she was doing. Like all females. They know what they're doing. They're master manipulators. They're masters of their own domain. They know what could weaken us. They know our weakness. They could get you by the jugular and kill you, or they could be with you for the rest of your life. It's a gamble. The universe right now is we're in a moment in time that, like, we're not seeing what's out there, right? We're just focusing all here, and that's our greed. That's greed from us, because we are so distracted and we're so busy, and they keep us busy, they keep us distracted. So you constantly gotta pay bills, you constantly gotta pay your rent, you constantly gotta, like, do certain things, and you're kind of like, I feel like we're part of the herd. And and for me, I feel like I'm going against the herd. Like, the herd is coming at me and I'm walking against it, and they're all going to the slaughterhouse, and I'm trying to just stay alive. There's so much stuff that we haven't been told yet. I mean, we have our stories, and we know a lot, and we have books, and we have, like, what Doc does and what everybody else does, and there's black magic and good magic, bad magic, all magic everywhere. But there's other things that they're not telling us that we're capable of. And it only happens when we're together. That's why they want us divided, because it's divide and conquer. That's how it is. So I hope humanity could get together and have this vibration that only could be had when we're together. And right now, we're just not. We're not, like a battery. You need a positive and negative to run, because you can't run without it. It's, without one or the other. That's what's happening with humanity today. I just feel like, people distract themselves with certain things and certain, what they want to be distracted with. You have people that don't like watching the government or follow anything what our government's doing, but it's important to know what they're doing, because if nobody has an eye on them, they're going to do whatever they want. So I keep an eagle eye on what's going on with our governments, and I feel the energy, and I feel the change, and I feel like the narrative changing, especially when it comes to the climate and everything that's going on with control, because that's what they want. They want to control, and they are controlling it. They are modifying the weather for this to be happening. This just doesn't happen out of the fucking blue. None of this is out of the blue. There is a thing called HAARP, and everyone seems to forget about CERN. Over in Geneva, Switzerland. Geneva, what a place. Something about that place, gives me goosebumps. Maybe Satan used to live in Geneva or something. Or you have the entities in Geneva. That's why they put CERN there. There's a possibility they put CERN there to bring these entities through, to bring these fallen angels that come through CERN. That's why they said, "Oh, we discovered the God particle. We discovered the God particle." Okay, so what you mean by that? What is the God particle? And why nobody's talking about it? Because they got swept under the rug and everyone is so distracted. that these scientists, they're doing so many weird, crazy experiments that will fucking freak you out. I feel a bit of cold trying to get in me. You know, I had that. I had that before, and the last time I had that happen to me is when I had my encounter with the Ouija board. I had that coldness that got in me, and I don't really think it got out. I think it stayed with me. I still think I got it in me because how attracted I am to certain things, like Doc Illusion, like what he does. It just really, like when he starts chanting and he does these readings, it really it heightens my energy, and then I'm focused on him, and it's like, especially his Black Mirror. It has some kind of attraction. Like I'm attracted to it, like his whole setup and everything. So yeah, there's a lot of energy there always, I know I'm gonna visit that energy one day. Y'all gonna be surprised in the very near future. I mean, within the next few months, I will be visiting. I'm gonna be taking a road trip, and I'm gonna be visiting some subscribers along the way. I'm gonna pick out 4 nearby subscribers. And what I mean by nearby is along the Northeast, maybe Midwest. I don't know. I mean, the furthest way I'll go is probably Indiana. And I know who lives in Indiana. I'm just saying, there might be a special show happening. And I'm going to be broadcasting live. And I will have my whole setup is not going to be coming with me, but the computer, the microphone, the speaker will be traveling with me, and I could do shows on the road with certain people that I'm going to visit, like Mr. Illusions. I think that's going to be the biggest fucking show. I think that's going to be a hell of a show. Oh man, it's gonna be so big. I might have to stay there. Like, I might have to do 2 shows from that home, from his home. So stay tuned. The future is gonna be good, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Doc, Albie keeps coming in and out. So I don't know. His system is just dropping him off like crazy. They're dropping him off like a bad child. Dropping him at the grandparents' house. It's like, look, you take over. I need a break. That's how they dropping Albie off. But UT, why I keep focusing on you? Because you've been on my mind for the past few days, and it's not over with you. That's my inside socket. Something is up. Something needs to be spoken about with you. I know it's late over there. It's what, 3 in the morning? No, it can't be 3. Is it 3 in the morning? 3:24 in the morning? No, it can't be, because it's 6 something here, so it's 1:24 over there. It has to be 1:24. I think I'm right, because it's a 7-hour difference. So I'm not done with you, because you have cobwebs, and and the thing is that, like, we were talking about the roadblock. I'm not done with that. Literally not done. Your card is still there. I still have it, and I still see it. And focusing on you and your situation, oh man, it's like Why can she not come to Finland? Is my question. Because Finland would be more of a safer situation than St. Petersburg. Um, just because there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of like uncertainty, and then I don't want you to be caught up in the middle. And love is it's love is addicting. You know, it's a drug. It is, especially when you're in love. You know that strength of falling and being in love, and then you'll do anything to keep that love. Sounds like a Meatloaf song. And I would do anything for love. Yeah. Oh, Meatloaf. God rest your soul, buddy. You're a great, great singer. Gave me goosebumps. Strong goosebumps on my arms. Oh. But I feel the sacrifices. I feel the roadblocks. I saw it on the card. So that's how I know there's roadblocks. That's how. See, I'm so different from like what Doc does and everybody else does because everybody, you know, they're into their own world. So Doc's world, he's into the Lucifer, Hell, Satan. He's into tarot also, but it's more coming from a different direction. From tarot, I'm coming from a different direction on my tarot. So it's like sometimes it's good to have opposites, you know, because opposites attract. Holy shit, I'm going through like songs. That's a Paula Abdul song. Opposites attract. So, but he's such a great person and great to follow him. I'm glad he's been my friend for almost 6 years now, close to 6 years. Because before I started my own shows and started doing my own shows, I was on other channels. I wasn't. I was like. I was like in the chat. I was always mingled with the people in the chat room, and was intertwined with Doc and others in the chats, and I made my grand appearance on a show. Amazed, you know, a lot of people to the point that I was like, you know what? Let me do a show. Let me do a show. Let me see if I could do this. And yeah, I did it. My very first show was with, I would not forget it. It was with Anna Navarro. She was also she was into the tarot, but she was like dabbing into it. She was nowhere as strong as I am. Nowhere close. She's maybe like a tenth of what I'm capable of. And I far exceed. Like I surprise myself sometimes. I'm like, all right, I know it's not me. I know it's my subconscious. I know it's the entities that are in me that are helping me with readings and the voices that I hear in my head and the sounds that I hear in my head. I just pass it along to individuals, and a lot of it's been sticking. And yeah, man, everyone's journey is different, you know. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own journey, and then this is my journey, and I'm intercepted. You know, I'm caught in the crosshairs with good individuals and good energy and people that I look up to, people that I consider as friends. You know, it's just that word is a hard word, you know, friends, because there's very little friendship these days. There's a lot of opportunistics out there, yes, but to be friends and be able to agree to disagree, but yet we still agree and we have, you know, great times together. Oh man, it's awesome. Let's go ahead and bring it to you. Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
How you
I thought
doing?
I'd drop by for a moment.
Yeah, man. It's 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, man. Why you doing
Yeah,
up?
1:30. Yeah, 1:30 in the
You're
morning.
you're a night owl.
I am.
You
I
you
am big.
are
I am Big Brother, bro.
you are a
I am always watching.
yeah, man. The owl,
So
very special bird, always alert, could move its head almost 360. Um,
yeah.
but
So
that I said that for a reason because you need to watch your back.
yeah.
I don't know why. Something told me to tell you that. Just watch your back.
All right.
Um, I know you'd be doing the taxi services, right?
Yeah.
And you do that at nighttime, like overnights.
Uh. Yeah.
Okay. Just watch your back. Always pay attention. Always be alert. Because
Yeah.
there's opportunistic people, and sometimes you
Yeah.
got to tell them get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I know.
and I
I know. I know. I'm always. If you get in, I try to always get you to sit on the right side of the car,
uh huh.
so that I can see at least from the corner of my eye what's going on the back seat.
Yeah, because you
Because
see
in
that.
Finland, in Finland we don't have these plexis between the customer and the driver.
What?
At least not yet.
Oh, okay,
It's so much safer yet.
they don't put it.
But we'll see if that will change in the future, and if we get some cars do have video cams recording at all times, but not every car.
Now
So we'll
yours,
see if we,
your car
so
doesn't have it recording.
no, not at the
Okay.
moment. So we'll see if that changes in the future. But so far, so far Finland is relatively safe for cab drivers.
I just see this drunk person.
Okay.
I see this is a drunk person, and he's gonna be belligerent. He's gonna be talking mad shit,
All right.
and sometimes it's hard to ignore it because it's like you're trying to know like where you're going, but it's just when you have someone like that, you gotta get them out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you been though?
Yeah. I'm okay. I've been a bit tired for some reason last 2 days.
Oh shit, that must have been you then, because I was yawning like crazy and I was tired, and I'm like, I'm not tired. Look how I am now. I'm back to normal. I'm like,
I'm I'm the scapegoat, dude. What can I
dude,
say?
I tap into people's energy and I start feeling it, and I'm like, why am I yawning? I know it's not me. I literally took a nap. I feel good. I got ready for the show. I'm hyped up. I'm smoking my
Hmm.
medicine.
Hmm.
I'm here yawning. I'm like, that is not me. I'm like, and I know it's not Albie. I was like, there has to be someone that's tired because holy shit.
Yeah. No, I mean at the moment I'm quite okay, but I feel a little bit like soreness in the throat. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
Mhm.
it's a flu or is it
Uh,
just dust from the trees or something. But
it might be that. I just
yeah.
did you take any like any medicine, like cough medicine, or like how they have those candies that are for coughs or for throats?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Or
I no, I didn't try anything yet. But if this feeling goes on tomorrow
okay.
morning, then I will definitely try something.
Do you have honey?
But yeah, I do.
Take like a spoon of honey, or
Yeah,
maybe a teaspoon of honey always helps with, especially with the throat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have been. This is what 399.
399 freaking shows.
Yeah, cool, cool.
It's been, but I take breaks. So when I take breaks, YouTube drops like the people's notifications. So
Hmm.
in order for them to be able to see me, they have to come back to my channel, see that I'm on, click the bell back to active.
Yeah.
But it's my fault too, because I need, when I listen to myself, when something tells me to take a break, I take a break.
Hmm.
I don't go against it, because then I know the whatever it's inside of me is gonna get mad at me, and then I'm gonna end up getting sick. And
Yeah.
I gotta listen to
Yeah.
my self conscience.
Yeah.
And then I take long breaks. I take, like, the last one I just had, it was 3 months long.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and Doc does the same thing. Doc does the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like, because we do a lot of energy work, and we do a lot of, what we do, and we get exhausted, and we have the little self conscience inside saying, "Listen, you're gonna burn out. Take a break. Go on a vacation. Do something, but stay off of doing shows for a while."
I feel it in the cab.
Yeah.
Like when you do certain amount of work,
Hmm.
you need to listen to your body so that you don't get burnout. And
Yeah.
because I mean, it's interesting occupation because uh, you can like the work a lot, like dealing with different people from
Hmm.
different areas of life, and you
Hmm.
can enjoy driving. But it's also exhausting, and it might, if you are not careful, it will eat you from the inside too.
Wow.
So you need to be paying attention to your body. What does it
Now,
say? And if it says that take a break for a few days or for a week, then you just need to ask your boss that, hey, can I take a
mhm,
few days off and
mhm.
then refresh myself and then come back with fresh energy? Because I was talking about this with Eric with
Mhm.
EA the other day, that we are practically unconsciously or consciously, we're energy vampires. So like
Yeah.
we feed from each other. Like
Hmm.
when you give something, you get something back.
No,
It's just
I
part of our
agree.
nature. But sometimes people can be heavy without being negative. It's just the circumstances of that person which makes them feel heavy. So
Hmm.
so you need to be. I have tried to learn to protect myself and do shielding and stuff.
Oh
To keep,
yeah,
and so it has been helping me a lot,
that's why I
because
have what. That's what I have on my desk. If you see my desk, I just have so
Mhm.
much protections here, crystals and amethyst is over here, and
Yeah,
I got a lot of protection here, and it's something that it helps me, especially when I what I do here. But I still get the energy, and I still get the messages that come through. Now, another thing I wanted to
yeah.
ask you, like, do they send you to a center area to work, or you work by dispatch and then they send you to areas?
Yeah. We don't have a specific like taxi station where we need to go at all times. We can go around the city or decide ourselves that where do we go and when do we get the next customer. So
No.
the what's it called? What's it called in English? The word, like the people who send us um, the
The dispatch,
yeah, where
which
we
is
need
it's
to
the call,
go.
it's
Yeah,
the
we just go by it, and then if you're close to some, like station, taxi station, then you can just log yourself in when
oh,
you are
okay.
free and so forth. So I'm just we just drive around the city, so or around the
Uh,
county,
but
depending.
you know the whole country of Finland?
No, 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 no.
Okay, because
I,
something's
I, I know,
telling
I
me.
know, I
Something's
love.
telling me to go to a
Uh-huh.
castle,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and there's a lot of green grass,
Okay.
but this is castle and it's beautiful, and I see your significant other with you. It might be
Okay.
something you may have to do together.
All right.
It's gonna be so romantic too. So I see that vision. I'm getting strong goosebumps, very
All right.
strong goosebumps. So because something just came up, like I saw this castle, like it's
All
like
right.
in the
Hmm.
distance, and then all this green grass is so beautiful. I was like, if I had someone take me there, I'd be so like happy, and I feel so
Hmm.
relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. That's what I do. Messages
Yeah.
comes to me and I relay it and I don't keep it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
relay it
Yeah.
and at the moment it comes out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. So
So so you were just saying something about the tarot card that you come from the different place than duck.
the which
You
tarot card? The your card?
generally speaking about tarot decks and tarot stuff in
Oh yeah,
general.
there's because everyone is in the like everyone has a psychic ability, right? But there's
Hmm.
some that are advanced. Like
Yeah.
Doc is in advance. I'm advanced. There's a lot of people that are on that are advanced, but then there's some that are really like gifted, like me, Doc, and there's a few others. And me, it's just I hear the messages and I relay it. And then
Yeah.
Doc comes from like he'll come from the darker side and
Hmm.
with light and give you a reading like boom and just throw it to your face and just like
Yeah.
here you go. And then me is like I get confirmations and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what I have to tell you, and that's the what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like Doc. I'm a straight shooter, so I like to
Oh
speak
yeah.
my mind. I don't. I don't. I don't like backstabbing at all. Or going around with words. I just
Mm-hmm.
put it out there, and I try
Yeah,
to be plain and simple. And
that's
some
me.
people don't like it. Some people don't like it, and some people like it. But
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
easiest. But to me, that's the easiest way to deal with things, and confront them and put it
Mm-hmm.
out them with words, and you know. So I like
Definitely.
to I like I like I like to say how things are
You
in
got to keep it
reality.
healthy, You got to keep it neutral, mutual, and
Yeah.
and keep it cool and respect. Everyone. This is how we are. Like how I do my show. This is how I am in person. It's like I'm talking to you over the phone. That's how I'm feeling. Like I'm talking to you, but you can see me in video, so you can see everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like talking to friends and getting to know people, and it's the communication part. It's that
Yeah.
connection. And with
Yeah.
me, that's how I work with, because I can't do readings for people that are just in the chat room and they don't come onto the show. I can still
Yeah.
connect with you in the chat room because I can still feel the energy. But when I communicate and speak with you, oh
Yeah.
man, that's
Yeah.
that's why when presidents they don't just talk on the phone and just not go to they go in person to communicate with them and get that vibration from them and do all this. They do a lot of weird shit. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you right now, there's some fucking weird shit that they do behind the scenes,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
part of it's kind of their code thing that they do.
Yeah.
um and
So
it's
is Albi going to join us, because
yeah.
he sent a message in the
Oh,
chat
he's.
that he is here.
Let me get back over there because I have the YouTube open and the StreamYard, so I'll stay on YouTube. Let
Ah.
me bring him over.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Abby.
Hey there.
He'll come on. He'll jump on. He's been having issues
Yeah,
with his side. Hey, Abby.
How are you
Yeah.
doing?
See, I'm alright.
Can
Back
you?
in my ball.
All right, you've been having issues at your side, so I know you're having a
Yeah.
little difficulty over there. But I agree with you with the euro. That it's gonna collapse just like it's the dollar. That's gonna be the shocker. The dollar collapsing.
Mhm,
And it's not
mhm.
going to be long for it because they're coming out with the global, I think it's a global currency where it's
Yeah.
like
Just like now.
Russia, China, Africa, like even I think
Yeah, India,
Iran, India,
India.
they're all getting together and they're developing this currency that could be traded for goods and services and oil.
And I think also gold.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they at
oh
least
yeah,
try at least they try to back it with gold.
yeah. Gold, man.
So
It's
so
it's it's
it's going to make things very interesting.
yeah, and the thing with gold, it's there's gonna be a new gold rush. This is this
Most
is this
likely.
is gonna be another gold rush. Like you're gonna have people going for the gold and doing crazy shit for it too.
Yeah.
Um, and I see a lot in Africa because Africa is so like so fertile. It's a fertile land. It's lands. There's so many lands there that hasn't even been explored.
Yeah.
And there's so much hidden messages, hidden history in those lands, especially in the desert. There's so much shit underneath that sand
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
it's and I feel like they put that sand there on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Because
I
if there
agree.
was if and you know what they say too? They say that sand has no purpose. You can't build
Hmm.
with it, you can't use it. It's useless. It doesn't make good concrete with the
Yeah.
sand. It's like a lot of people love to, especially when it comes to the Middle East, they import sand from Australia
Yeah.
to build what they have. All everything that's pretty much built in Dubai, the sand is transported from Australia.
No, I haven't been there.
And the sand is as let me tell you, it's just as gold in the value
All right.
because it's
Interesting.
one, especially Australian sand. Their
Mm.
sand bonds so well that you could build towers that are record breaking, and it does not even move. It's just so freaking
Mm.
incredible, like how the buy has come up and how fast and how wealthy and how their laws are, and it's they got their shit. They're man, they got a lot of money. They got so much
Yeah.
oil. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
Oil, gold. Oof. They're filthy
Yeah.
rich. They're so rich that they're buying a new Maserati every other month, every other 3 months. They get tired of the car, and what they do is they take it to the desert and they abandon it and just
Hmm.
leave it. They leave it out in the desert.
Yeah.
Eventually, with the sand, it's gonna rip the car apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, yeah. Yeah. It is.
Hey,
So,
Dominic. I would love Dominic to join. Dominic, yeah, you want to come on? I mean, Dominic, he has his side too, but I feel like him, he's like uh he's like a little master, like
uh-huh.
Dominic, and the way he thinks. He has master energy. Like
Uh-huh.
he kind of reminds me like a Yoda. Not the size or the looks. I'm not, but the energy and the force
Yeah.
with him. Me, I
Yeah.
feel like see, I say Doc is like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I'm like Luke. I'm Luke
Yeah.
because I feel the force. I get those messages. I see shit. Holy moly!
Uh-huh.
Like, um, let me see if I can re-put the link. I don't know if he is able to see from back then, but let me just go ahead and put it again. Um, like you have this energy also of the dark side, and
Uh-huh.
you have a lot of dark energies around you too, but they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad energies. They're misunderstood,
Uh-huh.
and you only could relate to certain people,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
keep your people. You know, you have a close knit network. You're just you walk with a caution sign, like caution. You know, it's not for
Mm-hmm.
you. It's dumb. They need to watch out. You know, because it's just you have this energy about you. There's something about your energy. Let me bring in Dominic.
Yeah.
Yoda. Dominic, I called you Yoda. Oh
Hey,
boy.
Dominic.
Hi guys. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Is it Tumor? Tumor?
Turomir. Turomir.
Tumor.
Here, here.
Tumor. Nice to
Back
meet you,
on.
Tumor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi. Hi Rick. Hi Albie.
What's up, Dominic?
I'm just goofing around, guys.
Yeah, I was calling you Yoda.
Okay, sure. I'll go with that.
Yeah, your energy is with the force, and you are you're a man of wisdom,
Okay,
and
thank you.
you have a lot of knowledge to share because you have the opportunity to.
True. That's true. I've allowed myself to accumulate knowledge and hopefully just have some discernment of it. I think we all have that opportunity, whether it's through psychic ability or intuitive or scholarly. I think we all have that
Mhm.
ability in certain areas, and some people just excel more than others. Not to denounce anybody.
Yeah, because I see a lot of books with you.
Oh, books! Woohoo! I'm
Hmm.
books. I'm
You was really into the books, but
Books are
that's good. That's programming.
Yep, you're right. It is programming. I'm a walking program. I'll be like a walking Siri.
Yeah, pretty soon.
books. Books are dangerous. You might learn something new.
Say that again, Tumar. Sorry, say that again. What do you mean?
Books are dangerous. You might learn something new from
Yeah,
them.
no, that's true. No, you're right. Well, it's a very hemispherical way of taking information. That's why I know Rick is saying that. I'm more intuitive, but I get it. We can be very scholarly and people that take in information that way because it's yesterday's news, right? And who's to say that how somebody writes it down if it was truly inspired correctly, meaning that it was meant for those times and those moments.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So, like
That's
I said,
interesting.
I lean more towards the observer than the experiencer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's why I called you Yoda. It's because he soaks in and he develops his force along the way, and he lives many years. You know, and many souls, many like you go through a reincarnation of energy,
Mm-hmm. I
and
think
it's a constant
Mhm.
upgrade. I call it. It's
Yeah.
like you are on a high.
Sometimes some people get into a stunt. They have to do a couple of life cycles of healing.
Hmm.
And then there's other people that, as Tumor was saying, learning. Some people feel trapped. Well, each their own.
Hmm.
Some people come back to inherit their land, their
No.
wealth. Trillionaires, billionaires, people that just rule land. Some people like to do other things.
Yeah, because I feel like everyone has to go through a cycle of everything. You know, it's just what we went through is just our moment in time. But we come back, and then we have another moment, and it's you tend to feel the energy of it, but they keep you so distracted that they don't want you to focus on it.
It could be, Rick, but some of it's our own distractions. You know, we get distracted with our own reasons, our own senses. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody heard me speaking the way I speak, they say, "Oh, I don't believe that." I said, "Well, then who's to say what you have to think or feel?" You know, have you
Mm-hmm.
ever, you know, I tell people, do you question yourself, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
self is or isn't? You know, what do you question your thinking or feelings? You know, because some of those things there might not just be developed. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I
Well,
mean,
a
this
lot
is
of people, it's not developed. Like when you go to Walmart and you walk around, you like why they don't like act like how I think, you know, and why are they so clueless? Like, and sometimes I listen to conversations and I'm like what is going like why?
well, that's a philosophy question. You could put that towards ideals, but to say why don't people think like you, that could mean that maybe you're not developed. Wondering why people should even have to think like you. Hence, respecting other people for who they are. You know, human
Yeah.
beings are funny creatures in the sense that we will entertain each other whether we know it or not. And war
Mhm.
is one form of entertainment. I'm not saying I encourage people to have to experience war and all the tragedy that comes with it, but
Mhm.
obviously the fact that the human race spent a lot of resources on it. I'm not saying maybe we do, but you know, the people that are printing it.
I'm just like Luke Skywalker.
Okay,
I seen it and I feel it just like him, and the way he questions it and then kind of like learns it. That's how I developed, and then I'm to a point that I'm like, okay, I know the force, I know what it's capable of, and I'm trying to learn the darkness too, and I want to know what's that capable of, and I'm very like interested in it, and
Mhm.
it pulls me and it's pulling me to it. That's why I like talking with Doc, and I'm always like there for him and supportive of him, you know, because he's just good people and he knows what he's talking about. For me, I had a traumatic brain injury, so like reading books now is like putting me in jail.
Probably would be, yeah. But then you can receive information other ways. Doc has
Yeah.
openly talked about how he's leading. He's leading with the left hand path.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the Luciferian path. There's nothing good or bad about it, but if a person understands that, that's usually about the self. There's the right hand path, there's the left hand path, and there's the middle path. And then there's the ones that observe all those paths. And that's each individual person, how they want to pursue it. If you feel as though Doc is leading you in some way, the question would be more for himself. You know, obviously he's regurgitating information that he's reading. Lilith, you know, the serpent, you know, she's more of a revenge, not like Adam and Eve, where they're too busy pointing their fingers. But again, each their own. And if you feel as though, in this particular case, the gentleman named Doc is giving you some information that resonates with you, be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like anything, guys. There's so many different dogmas out there. I don't. If anybody was following me, I said that's the last thing I need. I don't need
I'm gonna
any.
try to I'm gonna try to get Doc to come
Sure,
on.
sure. No
I sent
problem.
him a message on Discord, so
So
All
anyway, I
right.
don't, I don't want to intercede, but what were you guys chit chatting about? I was trying to zoom in from the past, like the back, to see what you guys were talking about.
oh no.
I think we just had some chit chat and stuff. Nothing particular going on in that sense. If you, uh,
Mm.
as far as I'm concerned, so
Mm.
the thing what I wanted to mention about was I was also I remember was the video of Eric. Uh, I think it was years ago. He was just asking himself that the only thing he's afraid of in the left hand path, that if there is too much darkness. But I don't know how he thinks about it today. Maybe he's fine with it, but that was like his only concern at the time. So I don't know.
Well, I guess we have to define what is darkness. Is it the
Yeah,
absence of light? You know, it's we are, well, from my perspective, we come in from the darkness to be in the light, and then you can put the word mind in enlightenment. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's something you can observe and say it serves a purpose. You know, most things come from the light, color-wise, but the light is actually encompassed by the darkness. But now, if we're talking about people's likes or dislike, or the Jungian way of the shadow self, which usually comes from the light, it doesn't come from the darkness. You never see the shadow coming from the darkness. But again, it all depends. If a person thinks something's bad, there must be some justification, thinks something's good. And again, that's a person's likes and dislikes. That's the experiencer at that point talking. Luciferians talk about that because they're the experiencers. They want to experience this realm, which is a great realm to experience, but a lot of people eventually get attached to it. Now, that might be what somebody might perceive as bad, because you become attached to it, and that develops suffering.
Yeah.
But then you would have to be aware of a lot of things to come to that some sort of awareness, you know, and some things that you do become aware, then you can question those things. But are we those things? That's the question for some people. You know, are you the essence to those things? And some people get caught up. I'm one of the personas. I'm a father. I'm a mother. You know, so just to share a little bit, T.
Yeah.
And that's why people, when they want to heal, what are we healing? Our personas? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to be rich? Well, you're talking materialistic. So are you even going to be around? That's why when some people say, what do you see me in 5 years? I don't see nothing in 5 years. So am I?
Yeah, I can't see that far out.
No, but even if you can, let's say you can, you know, but are you telling the other person the reason why I don't see you in 5 years because you no longer exist in this realm? Or it wasn't meant for you to know what's going to happen in 5 years? Because some things fold on their own. You know, that's usually a person looking for control, you know, and that's why they don't want to hear things that aren't favorable. I said, well, then why did you come and ask a psychic then? You know,
exactly.
Just leave the money at the door. Give it to Rick. Post it to Rick, and you can imagine whatever you want at that point, which is great. And imagination is great. You know what it is, Rick? For me, it's kind of like the person that does a lot of research and understanding to their own ideal of what psychiatry is, and then they go to a therapist, and then they're telling the therapist what their problems are and how to solve it. Then why are you here? Just to give me money? Oh, I need what? You need reassurance? The church and state do that. The church will gladly. You hang around a bunch of church people, they'll do that. And if you want an enemy, they'll pick another religion. Oh, I'm Muslim, so I don't like Christians. I'm Christian, I don't like Hinduism. Well, that's more of a teaching, and that's great. You know, it's entertainment for oneself if they become aware of that. You know,
I'm good with all religion. I don't care where you come from or what you do. I'm not really religious. I'm Catholic, but that's not by my choice or by my. I didn't authorize it. I was only 2 years old when they baptized me. No, actually, I was 3 years old. My sister was 1, and I have my baptism papers.
Sweet.
I have it right here.
Keep in mind, Rick, we have energies to words. So religion and religious is two different things. Most people are pursuing money for the very religious.
I didn't pursue it. I was certified, but
there you go. You got a document.
I was baptized.
Did you intermesh it with your birth certificate and your passport?
Let me tell you, they probably have it already because this is a government paper. So, well, it's not government; it's church, but they keep a record in the churches.
So it's
especially, I was baptized in a Roman Catholic church.
There you go, Roman Catholic, state and religion, Roman Catholic.
Yeah,
you know, I can.
Here it is, right here. I have the paper right here.
Sweet, laminated,
certificate of baptism. It was done on. I was right. What a.
Go ahead.
Listen to this. Listen to the day I was baptized. I was baptized June 26, 1983.
Okay. Sweet. Some date to that? There's some
626 1983.
So you're on the team. You're on the team, the Roman Catholic team. I love it. Do you get any benefits? Do you get like free bread, wine? Do you get a couple of Pope's helmets? What else? What else does the Roman Catholic offer besides fuck all? Remember, I was raised Roman Catholic too. I don't mind taking cheap shots at it.
Hey, look.
Sorry, T, I
It
hope
was-
I'm entertaining you guys. It's entertaining.
It's fucking so weird, you know? Because it's like I was only 3 years old. I was born January 21st, and 1980.
Your soul didn't even have a chance to defend itself.
No, I didn't. I was 3
Didn't
years
have a
old.
chance. There you go.
Yeah.
That's another form of molestation. There you go. Put me under
Yeah.
water. Take
Yeah.
me underwater. There you go.
Yeah.
Neglect me, parents.
No. And I felt like I was gonna drown in that. That they was really keeping me down in that water.
For a long time. Well, they got to make sure your spirit gets suppressed long enough. You know, we gotta beat the thing out of you, whoever that is.
Well, it got in me afterwards.
Maybe
it didn't get in me.
Maybe it was a parasite.
Yeah. So it's so freaking
It's not
weird.
it's not the bash the religion, but it's usually a human factor that's always behind it. Whether it's
You know what?
religion.
You know what's messed up? That I can't even read the. Okay.
Rick, the fact that you have it still, sweet.
Yeah, I have it. Like I could. Well, I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but I'll show you like the top of it because it has personal information,
Yeah, no problem. You don't have to-
like my parents' name
Mhm,
and my godparents' name.
mhm.
I'll show you the top part of it.
I trust what you're saying, actually, boss. I get it.
I hope you guys are. Sorry, I hope you guys are okay. Okay, I'm having my night coffee at the same time, so I'm sipping coffee.
No problem. What type of coffee are you having, Pete?
It's instant coffee from a bigger chain. Hold on, I'm back in a moment. Okay.
Certificate of practice. I love it. Don't burn it. Don't burn it. That might be.
You imagine that?
I love it. Mm-hmm.
And this Corpus Christi, Miami, Florida.
Mm,
I got the stamp right here. I don't think you can see it, but it's
Mhm.
on the paper. There's a stamp here, but it's on the other side, and all the other information, all information is here.
mhm.
But this is an official baptism from 1983.
They got it all probably categorized. Me and you have probably got ourselves registered at the Vatican, and we got ourselves.
Yeah, I'm registered with the Vatican.
There you go. So maybe we can become cardinals.
Yeah, I can. If I got into the church,
No, I get it.
I don't trust them.
Well, it's human factor. You know what I mean? Like I would question, even including myself as a human, but I get it. You know, it's when I say I get it, it's usually some sort of orchestration, and it usually doesn't favor us. Usually favors the few.
No, man, they like the children too much. Oh, talking about my baptism. I show my baptism papers. Doc is here. Let me bring him in.
Sweet, hey doc.
All right.
Hold on. Let me switch this around. Let me bring him in.
Where you coming
Yo.
from? Okay.
Yo, Doc.
What I miss?
Not much.
Oh, you just missed my baptism
much.
paper.
Yeah, it's
My-
the first thing I saw. That's why I said what I miss.
You missed my Roman Catholic baptism paper from 1983. I was only 3 years old when they baptized me.
Didn't even have a chance.
3, what a number to baptize me. It's my favorite number too.
Yeah, you belong to the Holy Father and the Universal
I
Holy
do.
Church.
I do, and I don't even
And-
practice it.
Well, you can reverse that. You can actually take back your soul from the Holy Church and the Holy Royal Roman Emperor, and yeah.
Well, I know after I got baptized, like I had the thing with the Ouija board that something got into me. So that baptism just went to shit. Because the real spirit got into me afterwards, and it's native. It's like Native American spirit energy.
Yeah.
Cool. How are you,
So,
Doc?
What's up, man?
I'm cool. I was just grabbing my instant coffee for Dominic to say that what I'm drinking, zipping here. It's called Fair. I don't know if you can see it, but it's
hold
called.
on. Let me. I'll put you in the main screen. Give me a moment.
All right,
Instant coffee. Love it.
instant coffee. Yeah. So, sorry, over there. Yeah. So,
Right there. Where it says high green coffee.
Mm.
Damn, I like that. That's a dark
hydron,
roast?
hydron coffee.
That's dark roast?
I think so. It's like from Ethiopia, Peru, and Papua
True.
New Guinea.
Oh,
100% Arabica. So I think
okay.
it's something like that sort. So
All right.
So,
That's
so do you want to get rid of the baptism, Rick?
yeah, what are you gonna send me?
I'm gonna send you the power of Zilith.
Oh,
And
you
she's
hear
gonna
the
remove
electronics?
she's
oh,
gonna
now you sound like a
remove
robot.
any unwanted
There's a
attachments.
static energy. It
Yeah,
got
lots
really
of energy.
staticky. You hear it?
Maybe everybody mute a separate doc. Maybe see what happens.
Yeah, they don't like it.
It's you, Doc. Always, never fails. Every single time we get together.
Maybe there's something surrounding his energy.
That shit's crazy. No, listen to it. It's a rhythm.
Yeah, it's a receiver of some sort. There you go.
Yeah,
It's a receiver of some sort.
Yeah, he's that energy there. It's insane. Like I'm so attracted to it.
Maybe he's not supposed to tell you how to remove it quite yet.
But
yeah.
every time he comes here with me, when we get together, it's like positive, negative, and shit always happens. Like my computer will go crazy, his shit will go crazy,
Mhm.
everybody's shit starts going crazy. It's like
Mhm.
I don't know if they do it on purpose to put
Could be.
interference,
Could be.
you know. So they're like, oh, they're getting together again, distract them.
Could be. Well, if we get easily distracted by some noise, there's other ways you can communicate. You can text information and all that. Remember, this is the airwave. And in the airwave, a lot of things can be using those frequencies or those freeways.
Mm-hmm.
It's where there's a way, there's a will kind of ideal, or will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a will, that's a way.
Yeah, we shouldn't make it always personal by thinking, oh, they're interfering with the frequency. Well, there could be a message in all of that.
Yeah.
Sure. And plus you got to factor in where's the moon and sun located at this time? Are we in Venus, Mercury retrograde? A lot of things participate in it. But again, as humans, we think it's always about us. It could affect us. It could affect us. So if there's meant to be something, but again, you were 3 years old. So the person that really needs to remove from it would probably be the parents that did it aimlessly. I know people do blood over intent kind of ideal, but you were 3 years old. So why would you have to remove it? That would mean you have to acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like you being caught up with your name, your birth certificate name. If you don't acknowledge it, it just is what it is. Now, other people might turn around and say, yeah, but we value birth certificate and all that other stuff. I said, you do. It's your game.
My sister was 9 months old. She was 9 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's all forms of threes.
Well, we're in a three-dimensional realm right now. So yeah, threes would be an important number for most people if they're aware of it. It's like when people see 1111 4 times. That's just it adds up to number 4 because you're in time.
Mm-hmm.
Time is the energy when it comes to numbers. That's why it's not in the Fibonacci sequence. Because number 4 is time, the energy for time. So 3 is Trinity, the energy for trinities. You know, when people say things 3 times, you know, usually if you do it to somebody that's actually not an alert person, yeah, you can do a spell and they can be enchanted.
Hmm. Yeah, but the fact that I'm registered with the Vatican, you know what I mean? That's so. It's. I
But who? Okay, but here's one, Rick. If a person
want to
doesn't,
visit the Vatican, though. I
yeah,
want to go
I've
out
been
there.
there. That's interesting.
You been there? How
I've
was
been
it?
there. Not like anything else. It's just a fucking man-made
Like,
fucking temple.
no, I want to pick on your brain because,
No, I didn't get
like,
enough to
I'm
pick.
curious, like, from the flight to the arrival to like how you got around and how was like the communities out there and the people, and
Well,
I'm curious.
my cousins live in Italy, so I would, when I usually go into Rome from Rome, and then I go to visit my cousins who are outside of Rome, probably about 30 minutes. Frosinone, it's about 30 minutes to about 40 minutes away. And then every so often I would pack my way back into Rome. Rome is just like any other major city, a lot of one-way streets, very dirty, very antiquish, but very dirty. I would relate Rome to Montreal, Canada, or Quebec. Very antique.
Oh, damn.
Very antique-like. But Rome has heritage. You know, the Colosseum to me is just another fucking football stadium.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But again, it all depends on how if people just like history without realizing there's human factors involved in all of that.
But like you went like in the Vatican area, like in the gates and everything, and
As long as I could have tea with the Pope.
you saw the balcony.
Yeah, the balcony. I had my own balcony. Yes.
Did you throw rocks at it?
No, I'm not a river. I don't get caught up in all that kind of stuff. You know, if anything else, I would turn to the masses.
Did you-
and like, wow,
Did you do a Sinead O'Connor?
No, poor Sinead O'Connor. No, she had her own traumas, that poor woman. But
Man, she was so ballsy. That was such a ballsy move that she got blackballed big time because of that.
Yeah,
She was like, she was so rebellious. Oh, she was so awesome. She was one of my favorites, and so sad she passed away. Man, she's just she died from a broken heart. You know, she died in London, and she was heavy hearted. She poor thing. She lost her son. Her son committed suicide. She really not got over it.
So they say.
Yeah, so they say that, you know, it could have been a sacrifice.
Yeah, and to teach her a lesson.
Yeah, because of what she did.
You know, the fact that they used the media to bombard her by saying she's bipolar. No, the media, the people that are behind all this, they can turn on you on a dime, and you would probably want to crawl into a rock, and they would have media even there to rip it up. If she was ballsy, I would have to assume she did it naively.
I think he was 22 when he died.
Yeah. Again, we're just hearing media story. We don't know. You know, I mean, even if we do know, what concern would it be for the average person to realize whether or not he fucking probably did a spiritual cooking with his fucking body parts?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those things like Sinead O'Connor sang some songs. If she was naive to realize the industry from top to bottom is fucking controlled, then that's her choice. You know, so there's people that literally go into industry and they think, well, I'm going to be a wolf in sheep's clothing. I said, once you reveal yourself, you see what we did to Saddam Hussein, that's what they can do to you. You know, it's people, you know, and the reason why they had a tough time chasing Saddam Hussein is because they knew they had a lot of duplicates of him. There's a lot of people that look very similar to each other. So whoever's running the show will say, listen, we won't reveal that we got him until we get the real one. It's a game, Rick, and I get it. I'm sympathizing for another human being, but Sinead O'Connor, as she dies, how many other thousands of people died the same day?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the next day, a pretty good artist passed away. But
we're talking about artists, but you know what I mean? Like, say, you know, when Prince died, that was all a stage because the Queen wanted a fucking remembrance of that day. Let's just get rid of fucking Prince. What do you mean? Well, like we get rid of Michael Jackson, the pretend one anyway, because he wasn't the real Michael Jackson. He got transformed a long time ago.
He was the co-founder of the Eagles.
Who was this? Who was this?
The band, the Eagles.
Oh, the band Eagles. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There was. Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Heatley. No, wasn't he the blind guy?
No,
You're
I think it's Randy. Randy something. Randy, but he was one of the co-founders
so can we
of,
call them
of the
handlers?
band.
Can we call them handlers?
Yeah, he passed away 7'7". So he was 77.
There you go. So we can use geometry to describe how another human probably was ripped into a new hole when they were in the industry. Like a lot of those people, I know they speculate about Paul McCartney and all that, but even the Beatles themselves, and they're a boy band. People don't realize, how much they were.
Paul McCartney is not the real Paul McCartney.
Supposedly, that's one of Albert Crawley's fucking little kids.
He passed away in the accident.
So they said,
and they covered up, and they said that no, he was okay in the accident, but he died in the accident, and they got the double it looked just like him and sang almost like him, and he was a filler.
Yeah, but he was actually the only person in the band that actually could play instruments. The rest of the bands, they just put them together, like how they do Spice Girl. They're just bands they put together. Now the thing is, people don't grasp. Maybe you guys do, but people just don't grasp the idea. When the industry is that big, and a guy wants to drive a Formula One car, you're not worthy enough to be in that car. Why? Because your body parts aren't worth as much as the fucking car is. So a guy like him, he's replaceable. But the industry was making a lot of money, and it was feeding their agenda. This is why when they brought out all kinds of different types of drugs, even Bob Dylan with his fucking, you can barely hear the fucking guy sing, but they realized you play the game well. You know what position to be in. That's why he says, who rules over who here? I get it. The music industry, for a lot of people, it's a dirty business. Same with the hospital business. They're all dirty businesses. For the average human being that's still naive to think, well, they're there for us. No. The media is there to talk to their friends. They're just using that device. The rest of us, some of us can pick up the information. The rest of it's like, yeah, it has nothing to do with me. At least they're being honest. People are still playing nationalist game with those people they're playing globalist. Or they're doing interchanging with other planes. See, like before, people didn't know of each other's existence when they were put here, where all the manipulation is. So now people are starting to realize, oh, we know of other countries. Well, what happened when you start realizing there's other planes? Where people were saying, oh, I'm going back to Odin. I'm going back to Germanica. I'm going back to Atlanta. People just think because there's the absence of body on 7 continents, that's it. This is why they play the flat earth and the globalists and the flat earth. Those are both distractions. Even if me and you and T and LB went up high enough and say, holy fuck, we went high. It's not flat. Oh, hey, what's with all the other land mass? This is why when they say, oh, our ancestors used to see something coming from the heavens. Yeah, because they didn't realize there's other land mass. And then there's bodies of water. Hey, how are we going to get from one to another? Hey, why don't you use the portal of the fucking Bermuda Triangle? Why don't you go to Middle Earth? Those are, for us, it's a possibility. And we have to use our imagination to say, how do I re-engage in all of that? Now, some people, if they're honest with themselves, Tom, it does have no concern. Well, then why are you concerned about what's going on in another part of the world then? Who cares if Sinead O'Connor was alive or dead? What people do is, I remember because I grew up in a certain time, I listened to certain types of music. She's going to pass on. I'm going with the ideal that, did you ever see Michael Jackson's body when they said he died? Did you ever see?
No, but I heard Michael Jackson live from my home. Like he was playing the Orange Bowl, and I lived about a mile away from the stadium, but it was so loud that you could hear him sing like you were at the concert. I heard the Beatles. I heard Madonna. I heard so many artists. So Michael Prince, you name it. I because they had their concerts at the Orange Bowl before they knocked it down and built the stadium they have there now where the Marlins play. I've never been to that stadium, so I don't know. I'm gonna go to Miami this year, so I'll be recording and showing you guys like when I take my show on the road. It's gonna be certain people I'm gonna go visit and do a show with them, and it's gonna be freaking cool. I'm gonna go to Doc's house and we're doing a show. We do it in my hotel room or at well, I'm gonna do it at his house, and then for signal wise because Doc's internet, I don't know, or his system, the energy is so strong, so that's why he always when he gets in with me because I'm attracted to that energy and that energy is attracted to me, and something always happens with us with communications always. So I learned a long time ago about this, but it never fails.
Rick, I'll give you one, Rick. When Sinead O'Connor was going through her little episode and she did shit with the Vatican and all that kind of stuff, they made her such an example that fucking Bono from YouTube gave a fucking knee. That's why Bono's been nothing more than a fucking bitch ever since.
Mm-hmm.
This is where people don't follow it. You know, the people that are singing those songs, they're insignificant. Now, for the average person that's all egotistical with the Luciferian side, oh, look at that. But meanwhile, who owns those few people that can actually do all the touring throughout the world? Who's all the people that are working with all that? But I get it. You know, people want to think the world's all about them. I said, well, then why don't you create it then?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you make the Wi-Fi? Why don't you make the boat? Even people that do the left and right hand path, what the fuck are they making? Somebody has to give them the written work.
Yeah, and that technology and stuff is not from here.
No, it's not from here. So what we come here to experience all that kind of stuff. And in the process of many paths, people forget, when are you going to be the observer? You know, you could be the crystal. That's the one hand path. You can be the Luciferian. That's another hand path. That's fine. Each their own. Fill their boots. I tell them all the time, wear a fucking bring a pair of sandals. Why? Because maybe in one lifespan you'll fill yourself with enough information. I get it. The Lilith story. It's a good story. She's the only one that didn't bitch and complain in the garden. But she's very vengeful. She wants loyalty. If she doesn't, and then she gets it, but then you turn away. Her minions are the same one. They'll fuck you over. But that's fine. Each their own. I'm not here to interfere with them. Like I said, I'm the observer. To be the experiencer, fill your boots. You know, what do you want to do? You want to become a millionaire? You want fame? You want wealth and all that kind of stuff? Okay, I'll keep quiet because maybe somebody's trying to come through. I love Lucy.
That's
Yes. Yes,
up?
Lucy has explaining to do. That was like part of the Mandela effect. Lucy has explaining to do. They took it out, and I think that Lucy does have explaining to do. You know, the original Lucy is Venus, so it's actually female. But no, yeah, I'm just trolling kind of because this is just like frustrating with the constant disconnection.
Oh, you're good now.
And because people ask me what I think of Lucifer and all that, I'm just gonna start like making it obvious. Like, yeah, like what? I'm tired of explaining myself to people.
No, it's like there's a lot of people that are.
Are you with the darkness, Doc? Yes.
Yeah. That's what I said before. I said, I'm curious of the dark.
Yeah. There's a lot of fucking light too, man. There's a lot of light in the dark. Once you see past the darkness, I know you were there when I was reading my grimoire. It talks about it. Mm-hmm. It only appears dark when you're not aware of it. Once you become aware of it and you see past the masks, it's not dark anymore. It's only perceptually dark. Like that. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. What we call darkness is only dark because we can't see it. It's too bright. It's too much for the system to handle. It's kind of like when you look into the night sky and it looks black. Tell me how the hell that makes sense when there's billions of stars.
Yeah, and the light that it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make because it's not true. It's just that if it was to shine in all its glory, we'd all go fucking blind. And it's the same thing with the light bearer. Like it and it's illumination through darkness. By confronting darkness, by conquering darkness and adversity, you come to the gnosis of true light. That's what it is. and it's silly anymore. Like it's just silly. But I was there at one point. I too was there. I was told from the time I was 6 years old that, you do anything outside of the holy book, you're gonna go to hell, and you know,
I was
I
told that too.
and that I was
You know what they call me?
it,
They call me the devil's child.
huh?
My grandfather called me that.
No, but see, here's the thing, man. But the thing is I really wanted to know God. That's the fucked up part. Like, I really wanted to know God at like a really deep level. And I went and like the few times that I went to church and I asked like pastors, like, what's the word, like, because they always talk about the words, what's important. Yeah, but half 3/4 of the service, you're advertising yourself. You're fucking talking about what you can do, what we can do for the church, or you're talking about what you ate or what you're gonna have, some banquet or some other church or some other. It has nothing to do with anything that what Jesus actually talked about. So I used to say, "Where's the word? Like, where's the teaching? What am I learning here? What is spiritual here? What the hell is this have to do with spirituality? Spirituality is supposed to uh, quicken you. It's supposed to raise you from the mundane and the material and as Jesus put it. Christos Lucifer, I'm gonna call him, okay? As Christos Lucifer put it, okay, the letter kills, the spirit gives life. Okay? Well, they're all focused on the letter. They're not concerned with the spirit. And they don't worship God in spirit and in truth. They do it vainly. And they do it hypocritically. And if they do it that way because they don't know God. They don't know the divine energy in the universe. It's all, like I said, it's all through the Bible, if you really know what you're looking at. And so it's just like, by the fruits you shall know them. Well, what is the footage of all these churches and all these pastors and all these, what are they doing? How are they uplifting humanity? It's really simple. Like, that's all you gotta ask. Before you worry about Lucifer or anything else, what the hell are the supposed holy ones doing to uplift humanity? I want to know. What is Islam and Judaism and Christianity doing to improve the human condition? Are they spreading unconditional love and don't judge your neighbor and you know having charity? Jesus said that if you go into someone's house, you're to well, first off, if you go anywhere, you're supposed to be a grateful guest, and if someone offers you something, you're supposed to take it, and to do so, smile on your face, more or less. And vice versa. If someone comes to you, you're supposed to clothe them. You're supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to, you are your brother. Like you're one. You are your brother's keeper. You are, uh, you know, um, love that neighbor as thyself. Right? Is that what the fuck they're doing? Judge not. Well, what are these churches doing? You know, are they accepting everybody? Every now and again, you'll see something like a Christian like having a talk with a Satanist, and I actually have respect for those people, even though they think they're doing it for another reason. You know, at least they could see behind beyond the fucking veil. You know, but like really, I mean, God forbid, they won't talk to you. You believe a different version of a different verse of the same book. You know, it's fucking crazy. It's absolutely insane.
Can I intercede for a second there, Doc? The teachings, whether it's the left or right hand path, has nothing to do with the human part. It's the being part. So now, when people talk about what is done for humanity, or as I've heard even Rick say it, out of curiosity, teachings aren't for curious, it's for the seekers. So when a person realizes whoever you truly are from within, then who's your neighbor, you're actually stewarding a vessel called the human part. So you're feeding your body and sheltering it, but you're not those things. So the teachings are, you come into this suit, the teachings to benefit for who you really are, not those other things. You know, we're talking about spiritual beings. We're not talking about fucking human beings. Humans are just fucking some animalistic fucking thing, and they've already got their rewards. They fight over each other. So, you know, when a person looks at their outside hair, it's dead. When you look at your skin, it's dead. When you cut yourself, the healing's done from within. So when they talk about spiritual beings, back in the days before they had like words and languages, where good and evil, spiritual and material, that's all it means when you're talking from an energetic point of view. But when people usually talk from the human part, their fallen part, because some people here are fucking fallen so far where they're humans having a being experience or beings have a human experience. Who gave the human race fucking as dumb as they are the fucking written word? It's such a cumbersome fucking language. I get it. If you people want to talk about the left-hand path and right-hand path, great fucking pursuit, but not from the egotistical fucking vessel. So when you love thy neighbor, love yourself, care about yourself. You want to be of service to it, great. If you want to fucking cut it and slice it and fucking tattoo it, that's still being of service. And then you're going to do the many acts in this realm. Now, if a person thinks for some reason they're alive, I said, look inwards. Who runs your vessel when you go to sleep? Not you, not your ego. That's the one that learns how to speak. You know, if people want to understand healing, learn Sanskrit. If you don't understand that, do singing bowls. If they want to understand how to philosophize, use a comprehension language like Greek. But I get it. For most people, it's their likes and dislikes. And I get it. I've shared it openly. Most people are in the experience role opposed to the observer role. Once you're the observer, if anything's been inspired to be written, put a fucking book under your pillow and realize it'll be through inspiration. Because most people get caught up in certain receivers. Nothing wrong with the receivers, left or right hemispheres. But the mind works through the gut. We're reproducing, well, the women are, they're reproducing species. They have most of the pain receptors within them. But at the same time, that's the fallen process. This is why when Lilith, basically the serpent, told Eve, did God say so? No, because God will not fucking deal with human affairs. Now the demigods, that's a different story now.
That's true. Well, when you get deeper into it, you realize that Lilith isn't really an adversary to the divine.
No.
It's plot twist, everybody.
No.
But a lot of people that are stuck in this path for their own egoic reasons, they don't realize that, and then, you know, they gatekeep the idea. They either don't believe, or people either don't believe it, they don't want to believe it, or they gatekeep it. But it talks about it in this grimoire. That there is no real adversary. How can there be? If you really think about it, how can there be an adversary? How is there what, a battle between good and evil? Like, come on now. The battle between good and evil happens within us.
Well, no, it's the polarity realm at that point, Doc. Good and evil just means spiritual material. You're in an evil world. You're in a material world. That's all it means. I love it when fucking people bastardize the fucking with English language. It's the same fucking tree. And then when people have near-death experience, they have a light. It's the light between the tree of life, which is wisdom and understanding, discernment, understand. That's a different thing. The child is knowledge. The stuff people get from fucking books is just knowledge. That's fucking baby steps. And if a person's not willing to challenge themselves, don't worry about challenging me. It's of no interest to me. I could give two shits about that because it's each person's responsibility. When we're hitting each other, who's running the bloods and liquids in the body? Not the ego. The ego's a fucking small little child. I get it. But if it's so wise and clever, then learn how to speak 15 fucking languages. But other languages, we were given numbers, colors, sigil. Those are all given to the human race. And they're still fucking puttering because the fallen ones came here to fucking interfere. And now they're fucked because they're in an aging process now. This is a slower energy. So when we try to describe things to people, I say, where do you see tree? Where do you see the word tree? Where do you see clouds? Where do you see skies? You're just seeing the evil world, the material world. The baby step would be know thyself. Who's the knower and who's the self? Then you realize there's an observer and then there's the observed. It's the ego that thinks I'm spiritual. Oh, I've been reading this fucking books. What does it do to the hemispheres? And why do we use a scroll, a book form opposed to a scroll? And why do people read from left to right, up and down, and the other part they read the other way? They're not get to those inquiries if they're the seekers. Most people aren't. We're living in an age of information, and now we're getting close with Aquarius. Fuck, I'm going to be a kid in a candy store because I love fucking air, prana, chi. We don't see it. Some people can, but I don't say I see it. So I'm being honest with the self. And when I say I'm being honest with the self, that's the program I'm being honest with, because I'm not those things. Now I get it, Jock. You're sharing fucking things. You're sharing fucking left-hand path. All the fucking power to you, buddy. But you're an experiencer at that point. You're not the observer.
Oh.
Now you would have to go inwards on that and realize who the fuck's been leading you like a puppet on a string, which is fine. We all have many different entities surrounding everybody. And I get it. People, I want to be saved. For what fucking purpose? That's a question for oneself. This is why when I hear people talk about self-aware, change it around if you're actually starting to do the work. Be aware of the self, love the self, fucking rip a new hole in the self, opposed to self-love or self-aware. That's the fucking child leading. Anybody that has a child running their household, they're fucked. Now, they could be old souls, but you still have to guide them. Now, I'm just being what, as Rick Dawkins said, an adversary to myself. I'm my own student-teacher relationship. That outside shit outside, the material world, that's fine. You want to look at the sun and the moon, you can label it whatever you want. You can even give numerology to it if you want. But if you think you're in age, then what does age affect? Or in this case, time. What does it affect? Does it affect the spiritual part or the material part? Because the material part is still going to age.
Matter,
Go ahead.
matter and spirit are not separate. They're one thing. They're two
If you-
sides of consciousness.
Okay. If you
They are
know
not
because-
separate. This is like
Well-
the brain body. The dichotomy is illusory. Everything is one. Everything is non-dual. You are not your thoughts. You are not your brain. You are the space between your thoughts. You are not the inhale or the exhale. You are the space between it. All categorizations, all dichotomies, all any kind of way of labeling anything is just a way for the brain to be able to navigate what is infinite and chaotic. Don't get the wrong idea.
Well, it's not about ideals.
These are
Not- you're-
simply ways of talking to the subconscious mind about things that normally would not be able to even be experienced at all, because you're talking about something so abstract and so limitless that when you're
Yes.
talking about the left hand and you're talking about the uncreated is what you're really talking about.
No.
You're
Yes.
talking about that which existed before light, before creation,
Yes.
the void.
Hence
Okay.
the observer. And
The
there's the
womb.
experience.
There wasn't even an observer yet. It's the womb it's the black plane of chaos. There was nothing but before let there be light, there was the womb, and from that womb came the light. Okay, so the light is what is visible. Okay, darkness is invisible. Okay, so darkness is invisible light. Light is visible darkness. Okay, it's not. But again, light and darkness are not separate things. All of these dualities and polarities are illusory. They only exist because our senses are not apt enough to in order to decipher and pick them apart. The problem really is perception. And anyone who's really done not the research, but who's really had the experiences knows this. There is no core. It's like I was saying, Lilith is not an adversary to the divine. They work together. As strange as that may sound, okay? So the left brain, the right brain are not enemies. Lilith is a spirit of the earth, really. When you get past all these ideas, all of these stories, all these histories, all the symbolism is just a way to, again, take something that is abstract and that is beyond space and time, beyond definition, and try to give it some kind of form, okay? So before Lilith was a demon, okay, she was a Sumerian goddess, and before she was a Sumerian goddess, she was a wind spirit, and before she was a wind spirit, she was these are all symbols. The air is the mind, right? She has a two nations with Saturn. People don't realize the original Saturn, okay, the original matrix is Ma. Ma is matrix. Ma'at. was the divine law. Okay, so people talk about Saturn. Well, Saturn was originally female. Okay, so the entire material world is female. In fact, it's the body of the goddess. It is not in all, in any way, shape, or form, a lesser form or a shadow or anything like that. The material body, the soul, and the mind are all one thing. You cannot separate the two. You're split. You're splitting yourself into, just like the shadow and the ego are part of the higher self. It's not understanding how these things work together that causes the problem. The problem is the perceptual dialogue that occurs within the synapses of our fucking brains. It's not reality that's the issue. We don't perceive reality. We perceive what's enough for us to evolve and for us to stay alive. If we saw everything for what it was, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have survived. We would have died out a long time ago because our senses aren't able to handle all of that information. There's millions of frequencies of light patterns and photonic energy that's being darted into our minds every second. Okay, that's then decoded, and of those millions of impulses, about 11 of them are actually picked up every second. That's just one tiny example of the limitations of the human brain, which is not the same as the mind, which also isn't the most, even the most intelligent thing about us. Our body is 100 times more intelligent than our mind. There's something called heart math that shows that there's a field of energy that extends outside of the heart and 10 feet out and outside of space and time, and it and the body is what's known as somatic intelligence. Okay, the body is way more intelligent and than the mind is. Okay, and it does everything that it does by default, just like nature is negentropic. It needs nothing to survive. It needs no one to upkeep it. It can have rain showers and tornadoes and volcanoes and pole shift and uh floods and all these things, and yet it's still here. Why? Because it goes through this process of creation and destruction, what we call good and evil. A tornado is not evil, it's a fucking tornado. If you call the force of a tornado, which is like what you're doing when you're dealing with this kind of magic and you don't know what the hell you're doing because you read something online, you think it sounds cool, okay? And you call a tornado into your life, or goddess forbid, into you, and you don't know what you're doing, it's going to rip you apart. It's not because the tornado doesn't like you or it wants your soul. It's because you're a fucking idiot who doesn't know what you're dealing with. You don't understand the level of power that you're dealing with. You're dealing with something primordial that existed before the laws of creation were put into place. It doesn't have laws. It exists in the acausal, which is before cause and effect. You're dealing with a space where there are no restrictions. That's really what it's about. Black magic is stellar magic. You had four cults in the world. You had the stellar, the Saturnian, the lunar, and the solar. Black magic goes back to the stellar cults, which is a feminine current. The stellar and the lunar cults are the oldest cults on Earth, and their symbols were always the serpent and Venus. Venus points to Sirius. Venus, the inverted pentagram is nothing less than it's all, first off, all damn near all occult symbols are planetary in some way. Okay, that's just a fact. Find just about any one of them, and you'll find some kind of planetary association at some level. Okay, so Venus is the morning star. Okay, well, yeah, that's what Lucifer is, the morning star, and you will see him. He bears the light. Well, he does. Right before the sun comes up, you'll see Lucifer in the sky with diamonds. Okay, right before the sun. It's not the sun, but it's a light that's so bright that you can see it, and sometimes it's so bright that you can see it at the same time as the sun. Okay, and so the whole myth was it's not the sun, but it announces the sun. But because it wasn't the fullness of the sun, they said it was a counterfeit sun. Okay, but really, Lucifer goes back, as I said, to Venus, which is a goddess, which didn't start with Greece or Rome. It goes back into animistic societies. As I said, the symbol of the serpent is the oldest symbol of worship on earth. And it's always represented three things, many others, but especially three: the earth, the goddess in woman. I said the goddess in woman because women were supposed to be manifestations of the goddess. That's why they're fucking being attacked so much now. And Kundalini. Period. The underworld cycle, all that was because the serpent goes inside and outside of the earth. It travels inside into the underworld. It crawls and burrows in and then back up again. And it was a symbol of the regeneration and reformation. Because it was considered wise because of this, because it was constantly growing, it was constantly evolving, and it was in every culture a symbol of wisdom. So who said that these deities, okay, because that's what they are, were evil? Christians, Jews, Muslims. Before that, what were they? Okay, so if nobody is religious and no one looks from a religious point of view, then why are these gods and goddesses still looked at as evil? That's what I'm trying to understand, because that's really what we're talking about. It doesn't really matter what anyone says to try to back their way out of that question. The fact of the matter is, if you believe that Satan and Lucifer and Lilith and all that are evil, you are still under the control of fucking religion. Point blank, period, end of story. Because that is their fucking spiel.
Well, when you carve in things, Doc, just to put a little insight, if you carve things out of material, that's why some people would have said they're evil. They're material.
So are we.
We're immaterial. Now,
no, we're a material and immaterial.
Okay.
There's no separation between the material and the immaterial. There are two sides of consciousness.
So you're sharing you. I'm sharing you me. I'm the observer. I am the observer. I'm sharing you me, Doc, for a minute, please. I'm sharing you me. You can say whatever the fuck you want about everybody else. I'm talking about me. When I talk about language and all that, I'm saying who's speaking. It's not the ego. It's not the material part. Now, if you want to think that they're interconnection because you're in polarity, you fill your fucking boots. But you're talking to me, the observer, not the experiencer. Now, if you have an issue with that, that's you.
You're creating
again. Once again, you've lost your fucking place.
I didn't lose nothing. You're creating.
Well, then make it about you. Make it about you. I'm telling you about me. Now, you can giggle all the fuck you want. Somewhere along the line, you think you're the fucking cat's meow, which is fine. You. But everybody here, I'm generalizing here because everybody else has their own path. Now, if you want to fucking scribble some fucking books because you have some fucking old past fucking traumas and you think for some reason as the experiencer you can't see the fucking differential, that's up to you. Now, if you're the experiencer, be the experiencer. You want to be the observer of those fucking things and you want to question those things and realize you're the essence to those fucking things and you choose to fucking reincarnate into this realm and have many fucking rebirths, that's your fucking choice. But when you're speaking to another fucking being that's telling you point fucking blank, I'm the fucking observer. Who the fuck do you think you're fooling at this point? You're going to fucking throw me a whole bunch of fucking written words? Is that the shit you're gonna fucking blab about?
I'm both. And if you don't
Okay,
understand
good
that,
for you.
that's not my
Well done.
problem.
No, hold on.
Well, that's
Understand.
me. Okay, and that's
Tree
you.
of wisdom. Understand. No, you know you. You're grasping you.
You know you, and you're pushing it on me. Pull your head out of your fucking ass.
There you go. There you go. See, those are the words. There you go. Did you ever not get developed between the age of 7 and
No,
15?
because you're
They want you to
pretending
know?
like you're somehow separate. You're not.
How do
You're
you
the same
know?
as
I'm
me.
telling you, I'm the observer. I'm never. I'm observing
So
those
am
fucking
I.
things.
We
Then be
all
that.
are.
Okay,
You're
good for
the
you.
observer and the observed. You're both.
Yes,
There's no
yes.
division.
Okay, if you think that way, but let's say
I
I'm full
don't
of
need to
crap.
think that. I know
Okay,
that
but
way.
Doc, let's say
For
I'm full of
me.
fucking crap. Doc, let's say I'm full of
For
fucking
me,
crap.
I just said for me. This is
Thank
the
you.
difference.
Okay.
You're trying
Okay.
to convince me of something. I'm not trying to convince you
No,
of
I'm
anything.
not. I'm not trying to convince you of
Okay,
anything,
really?
Doc.
Really?
No,
Well,
I
I
don't know
just
who
told
you
you there's
are.
no division.
And that's fine. And I shared when I said to
Okay.
you, I'm
But
the
you're saying,
observer.
no, there is. I'm not
Okay,
trying to convince you. I just said there's no division. You're
For
the one who
you.
wants to keep going on about it. I said, okay. If you want to believe that, that's fine. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to change your mind. But you're not going to tell me no either. Because I'm speaking for me, like you just said. You're contradicting yourself. If you're speaking for you, then speak for you. Then don't worry about me.
I'm not worrying about you.
Well, clearly.
Hi, Paula.
Anyway.
So hi.
Clearly.
Hey, how are you, Paula? How's
Yes.
how's my audio? Is it good for you?
Yes, it's good. Everybody's good. 2 cents. My 2 cents is that the realist McCoy is teaching me to stop saying we need to or us or any kind of group talk,
I don't deal with
to
that bullshit.
only
I don't deal with
speak
that bullshit.
about me,
I don't deal with
myself,
that
what
bullshit. You're
I'm
gonna need to
doing.
pull the fucking
And
head
that's
out of
what
your
you were
ass.
doing, Doc.
You're
Yes,
gonna sit
that's
there
what
and
you
tell
were doing.
me, oh, this ain't about you, but I'm talking in fucking weeds. Like, okay, yeah, okay. That's called self-delusion. That's called
You were
cognitive
saying this
dissonance.
is about me. Yeah.
I am not
Yeah.
telling anybody what to believe shit. I don't care what they
Right.
believe. If they believe red
Exactly.
Martians control the fucking earth
That's your douche.
from
Yes. Right.
Saturn's moon. Okay?
If
The
that's what
fact
they
of the
want to
matter is,
believe,
don't
that's
sit
what
here
they
and tell
want
me
to believe.
I'm not right. I'm not sitting here and telling you you're wrong. That's the difference.
And I agree that everything is one,
You're
too.
pretending by taking that fucking thing. Oh, I'm not talking about you. Yes, you fucking are. And it's time you face that shadow and stop trying to create cognitive dissonance and point a finger at me. Because I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, we
Point
definitely
blank,
have to
period.
overcome duality and become that singularity. I
I'll go
agree
where
there.
you can. I don't sit and play these games.
So yeah, I agree. And you know, if that's where Dominic's at, then that's where Dominic is at. You know, I don't agree with everything Dominic says, but I do like his the way his mind works. But I just thought I'd share that 2 cents so that you know, it might cause some
Who do
peace.
I think I'm talking to? Who do you think you're talking to? You started it, bub. With the arrogance. Not me.
I gotta check my blood sugar. Every time I do this, I feel like it's a sacrifice. Like I'm doing some kind of ritual.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, I don't have time for this shit. I don't.
I hate checking my blood, but I gotta check it. 'Cause I'm diabetic. But it's okay. I gotta check my blood. See what number you want to guess a number? It's 3 digits. It better
Pick
be
a
under,
number out of 3.
it better be under 200.
Why do I have to pick a number?
No, I'm just saying because I'm gonna check my blood sugar, and you guys can guess my blood sugar.
Oh, well, I would need to know how you're feeling right now to do that.
I'm feeling good.
Well, it's probably normal.
I'm high.
But I don't know what your normal is either.
Neither do I. I fluctuate all over the place. But we're gonna find out. I hate this part. It's like stabbing myself every single time. I hate stabbing myself.
Yeah, I used to have to do that all the time because my mom was diabetic and I was hypoglycemic, so she got obsessed.
Oh, I hate that pain.
I hope Doc comes back.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Let's go meditate and then come back, Doc.
All right, here we go. 2, 1. 138.
Shit, I was gonna be way off. The only number came into my head was 300. I just woke up
Hey.
from a snooze in my
Girl.
chairs.
If I get 300, you sending me to the hospital.
No shit, did Tracy. Well, it depends on what your normal is too, though. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
no, that's
different
big.
for
Too high,
everyone.
girl. I hit 300. I have to go to the hospital.
So 300 bad for you. So I know
Oh
that
yeah.
now.
Oh,
Okay.
anything over 200 is bad. I try to keep it under like right now. It's where I like it. Like that's good numbers right there. You know. Oops, I got blood on my cards. I'm doing blood work
Oh,
now.
well, now they're blessed.
They're blessed.
Which deck?
My Rider Wake deck.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Those are my go-to. That's my first ever deck. My
Oh,
first ever
really?
deck. Yeah. My
Nice.
first, and they lasted so, and they're like, if you see it, it's like it's been used so many times. It has like this, like a yellow, like a yellow greenish color to it, and it's beautiful. I love this deck. It's always that always gives me good confirmation because I use it for confirmation. Because I could do a reading right off of my head because just the energy tells me what to say. But 138, that's really good. I'm really
So I have
happy.
another thing I need to say that's comical.
What happened now?
So Dominic, that was Doc. Doc, this is Dominic.
Oh, hi, hi,
The
everybody.
introduction.
That's, we agree to disagree, and
Yeah, sometimes you have to. I created that when I was a teenager.
Hey, let
Yeah.
me tell you, Doc has been in many like vocal, and he'll be back.
I hope so. Sometimes
All right. It's just the energy got really hyped. I'm telling you, the energy's been hyped for a while.
the thing is, I was amusing myself the whole time I'm acting because I realized it's one of those things. It's different energy. That's all it is. Each their own. I get it. And if he thinks it's about me, I already know sometimes I'm full of shit. I'm okay with that. No different if somebody thinks that they're full of the truth. If you can stay true to yourself, all the power to you, because that's the example you're going to be for others. I'm nobody in the equation. I'm okay with that information. I'm a seeker. And when I seek information, I like to challenge it. If I met a bunch of fucking angels and demons, I'd have a lot of fucking questions to ask. And if it ends up being a heated debate, so be it.
Yeah.
Each their own, I get it. Throwing it about me, fuck, I give two shits. But I was entertaining the idea. I'm the observer. That's all I'm saying. I'm also the experiencer. Simple as that. Now, if I use the word no, I apologize in my own way, energetically. I'm not going to say the fucking words. People need to have fucking big boy pants. And if they can't challenge themselves, then how are they going to be when they fucking deal with other entities? Anyway, sorry about that.
Well, it is quite a challenge to overcome duality and try to bring in the singularity.
It could be.
It is very challenging
I get
to
it.
make everything one.
I've just never pursued it that way. I just went from the observer of those things. Those two shall pass through the observation. But at the same time, I'm going to experience those things. And in those experiences of those things, yes, I heard Doc quite clearly. He's a fellow fucking being. And he's talking about being observer. Yes, we have other entities here. Now, some people don't value that stuff. They think it's all about them, which is fine. But to think that, for me anyway, to think that there's not other energies out there that can assist me and harm me or guide me, those are just my particular views, whether they're fucking my imagination or not. You know, last time I remember, unless somebody said, well, Dominic, I wrote a book. I said, okay, but did you invent everybody else? No. So how important are you in the equation? That's why it's just some fucking simple fucking statement. You know, that's all it is. But whether I'm aware of it or not, usually I am aware. I want to see whether or not you're fucking developed with your feelings or you're hurt. You know, I get it when people say they don't give a shit about anybody else. Fine. You don't give a shit about anybody else. Okay, then don't harm them. Oh, how would you do it? You would still have to get to know them a little bit. You know, me saying fucking little simple thing like fucking left-hand path, right-hand path is all about more the spiritual than it is about the material. But both of them are to experience. Now, if you have discernment and realize sometimes they're not the same, but they're so finely clothed together that the senses cannot pick that up.
I see that full card, your card. I see it.
Yes,
like it just came to me like the picture clear.
Yes, I'm the fool. The fool card's the first card in the tarot deck. Why? Because they're the seeker. They're the ones that not everybody else is. They're just the idiot chasing knowledge, information, which is fine. I'm the fool. I'm doing
that card came out real clear.
Fucking
Holy
right.
shit.
Flip it over again. You'll fucking see it again. I know I'm the fucking observer. I'm the fool. What, my fucking 20 years of fucking taking information fucking does do nothing, but then even that I was catching into other information and I gave up a whole fucking bunch of stuff for it. Financial fucking gains I gave up for it. You know, people talk about divorcing the system, but they're not even understanding how the system works. This has nothing to do with Doc. Doc's fucking insignificant to me. And I hope I'm the same for him. But if not, what the fuck? He's just gonna blab on for fucking hours reading from a fucking book? Make it you. Make it you. Mantra. Make it you. Make it your energy. You know, now I could play this game. I could be the, well, he doesn't like it.
I like it when Doc reads to us.
Yeah, and that's fine. But the thing is, I come here with Rick, T, and I know if I can get all into, you're no different. You're a lion. I'm a fucking dragon. Can't even say I'm a dragon, but I'm under the energy of dragon. You know, I picked this time to come around. I chose to pick that. I get to that. I worked for that. People see my physical, but that's not who I am. But some people, they want to get attached to it. That's fine. Now, if they want to think that's the same, all the power to them. That's why I say.
It's not that they think that. It's basically, it's that's where we all are. We're on the same path. The path is the singularity. It's the same path. We're just on different levels of the path. Or you can use a ladder or a staircase. We're all on different rungs, or we're all on different steps. And that's why we do have to be careful about not arguing with each other while passing and falling behind on the rungs or the steps. That's why I save yelling, screaming, and arguing for when I'm coming against demonic liars like the two that I've recently had to come against, because that's the biggest thing, because we're not going to get to the top of the staircase or the top of the ladder with lies in our mouths and in our hearts and in our minds holding us back. So I save arguing for that.
Well, you've experienced quite a bit, Paul, it seems like in your previous life. I mean, and even in this life, that you realize that it just doesn't serve you. But so for some people, it serves a purpose. The whole concept of friend and enemy is the same energy, meaning that everybody else are usually indifferent. I wish some people were at least fucking angry. They're showing some sort of passion. But I get it. Some people just don't know how to fight fairly, or they've never learned how to fucking really get right into it. Like really get right into it. None of this fucking sugarcoating, which, hey, that's what they want. If they want fucking pleasantries, go to Muji. And that's fine. I'm pretty sure he has to put a lot of fucking effort, listen to a bunch of fucking morons saying, oh, Muji, can you do it for me? That's fine. No different.
But I also have to add.
Yes.
I also have to add that, hey, Rick, Albie, you two have been with me and Doc since the beginning.
Oh,
how many times have me and Doc clashed? Like Dominic and
there you go. Oh,
he has had his battles with many people.
Yeah.
With many people.
Yeah.
Yes. It happens. Yes.
Because we're the example for people.
I've had it before with someone, and it just comes out of me. It depends on the person, and Like it just comes out. Sometimes it comes out on Albi, and then sometimes it just it just happens, you know.
Mhm.
Especially
We
it's a challenge because I feel like it's like a Street Fighter or some kind of Mortal Kombat. It's like, hey, showdown, ready, go.
Yeah, so yeah, but I don't think me and you have ever
I don't
butted
interrupt.
heads.
I don't
And
interrupt because
Albie kind of did because Albie didn't like me when I was religious, and I don't blame him.
Mhm.
But we're fine now, me and Albie, because I'm not religious anymore.
Well, put it this way, Paula. You really
So
enjoy.
just give it time with Doc.
Sorry, say Paula.
we
Say it
didn't
again.
we didn't have a clash yet, Rick.
But
I
again,
have a
Paula,
smoke.
You haven't clashed with Doc at all, T?
Sometimes.
Yeah, but the
So
thing
see,
is,
you do, but
But
you're
it's
still friends.
yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is,
we're
Paula,
cool.
I'm a dragon. I'll usually use my tail just to fucking entertain people. But once again, Paula, you interact with McCoy. McCoy is an interacting kind of person. He will engage.
Well, no, he observes before he speaks.
Yeah, and that's a great fucking quality. Now, for me, I just share information. Now, for me, I'm usually, and you can resonate with this. I'm very intuitive. You know, I will take information from the mind to the gut, and then I'll go back and I'll bring it to the hemispheres, the upper brain. And this is why when people have the lower triangle and upper triangle, a lot of people never actually engage to make it the marker gut or whatever. And the triangles are meeting more in the middle, you know. But unfortunately, not everybody are designed for that kind of stuff. You know, I get it. Doc likes to share out loud, which is great. And I just wanted to see, where is he? Does he like to be challenged once in a while for just pure fucking giggles and kicks? And he showed a little bit of himself. I said, okay, you got some blinders in your spot. You got a little rattled. Why? Because I'm nobody in the equation unless he thinks he's important. That's something for him to figure out. You know, that's part of the Luciferian path. That's the left-hand path, always about me. You know, they're going to be of service to humanity, but it's all about me. You know, they're not through the crystal path. It's a little bit more. So it's also about the divine and the spiritual part. You're trying to help the spiritual beings. Like I said, I've said it openly. I don't give a shit about the human race. It's just a vessel, beautiful as it may be. It's just a vessel. It's going to perish whether I want to or not. But I do know I fail it. I'm honest with the self in that way. You know, be nice if people humble themselves enough. You know, rarely do I hear people say on a regular basis, thank you. I do hear that of you, Paula. You know, thank you, appreciate and all that. You know, it is what it is. I've had my little fun time with Doc. I was even barking.
Yeah, I mean, agree to disagree.
Again, agree to disagree. Yeah, that's the ego again, Rick. Keep that in mind. I agree to disagree. What the fuck? It has nothing. I don't see anything from anybody else's senses. It's each individual person, and we share with each other. Where the struggle comes is when somebody else is trying to force, and I might have done it too. I won't deny that. When we're trying to force each other by saying, well, you should do it my way. I don't fucking give a shit about your way. But you can share it because I'll respect you by hearing you. Doesn't mean I agree or disagree. That's fucking in the back door. That's what it's like when people bring in their likes and dislikes. No. And when I say no, I'm talking about K and O-W. I'm not talking about no. I don't fucking give a shit. That's for each person to learn. But that's me being clear to people. So down the road, say, but Dominic, no, I told you, I say, I don't care. I don't care about you personally. The human race, yeah, I can put a little concern, but they're doing quite well on their own. And that's usually a form of conscious ignorance. Most people in the human race are constantly ignorant. And if not in one area, in many areas. That's why, Rick, you have to do what you got to do. You got to help people. Why? If everybody was conscious, would we need each other to help each other in some way? Mm-hmm. Paula, you're trying to help people. I get it when Doc says, Paula, you shouldn't do this. Once again, you're telling other fucking people what to do. At least hear Paula. Paula wants to do that stuff. Let it fucking be. Be. Well, I turn around and say, listen, Doc, who failed you as a fucking child? Did your parents teach you how to breathe? Well, no. So then why the fuck are you interfering with other people? I know when I'm stepping over toes, and I might fucking pay for that, but I'm okay with that. You know, again, that's the Luciferian path. All about me. I'm going to throw fucking garbage. It's not my concern. Let somebody else deal with it. That's fine. You know, but those paths are revealing their experiencers. They want to experience this realm, which I did too, but I don't have to do it for fucking 70 years. Fuck, I think after 25 years, I was like, fuck, is this it? But those are just my views, and I could be full of shit, and I'm okay with that. The question would be, what type of shit is it? Toxic shit? You know, is it fertilizing shit? Is it the kind of shit that flies have to reproduce on? Because a woman does both. She brings out shit and a child. Which one actually goes to nature first? It takes a while before that child grows up and then it dies. Then even that, we embalm them before it even has a chance to go to nature. That's just the human part I'm talking about, guys. I'm not talking about who you truly are. If you think that is something beyond that, if you honestly think you're just a vessel, okay, random luck. You became poor, you were in a family that was very corrupt, inconsiderate, or you're in a family that was rich and very, dysfunctional.
Damn, that sounds like the Biden's family.
Well
Holy
done. Well done, Rick. That's probably most families. We just
Holy
we're just not under the
shit.
microscope.
For a second, I just, that name came out so loud, like the Biden family. I'm like, oh Lord. That's
Sorry.
That's a crazy family.
Is it, or just dysfunctional and rich?
No, they're the whole circus show. they're the whole entertainment. Like, oh man.
So we
Hey,
need
Dominic.
popcorn. Go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
Dominic, before you go on, I have to leave you guys. It's 3:15 in the morning here.
Woo!
So yeah, it's witching hour in
Oh
Finland.
yes. All
So,
right. Thank you for coming by.
I got you tomorrow, Rick, and enjoy the chat and be
Yeah,
civilized.
I'm gonna see if I could come on tomorrow for the I want to do the what do you guys think when I should do the 400 show, because I wanted you guys to decide and help me decide. Says this is if you read the name of the show to yourself, my mind over your matter. And that's why I named the show that the argument between Dominic and Doc, and I'm just looking at the name of my show. It's like, it's my mind over your matter. Everybody say it to themselves. It is your mind over our matter. So
Could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
For me, practically anytime. So it's really up to you guys.
okay,
Well,
yeah.
What you can come up, what you can come up with. I have
I have dates.
I have
but-
notifications on, so I can show up.
Okay,
I
so
will say hi and bye to T there.
I'll give you a moment. Go ahead, Paula.
Yeah, so hi and bye to you. I'm sorry you couldn't stay longer, but I know that your hours are way off from ours. And I think that you should do it at the fullest of Lionsgate, which is August 8th.
What do you want him to do on August 8th?
When you do your 400th show. It's not that
Oh.
far, really.
August 8th, so you want me to take a time off?
What do you have right now,
Okay.
Rick? Are you at $3.99 right now?
I'm $3.99.
Yeah. So
Oh, you're $3.99?
Oh, that changes everything now. August.
Yeah, it does. Well, we are during Lionsgate even now, which is why the energies are so high.
It's so high. Oh, it's been high all day yesterday, today.
Mhm.
Like I was like, it's just
Well, you know, you understand solar energy. What's tomorrow, the next day? What's the alignment that would be favorable for, let's say, Rick wanted to do something outside of him wearing his birthday suit on live? What else could he do? Sorry, Rick, I had to throw that in there.
mhm.
Energetically, you don't have to answer now. Maybe, you know, it sounds like Rick wants an input from other people.
And we get a lot of energy from the sun. You know, when all these solar flares that come out, they just warn us. They just say, you know, oh yeah, we're getting a solar flare. Like they're just saying, like, oh yeah, you know,
Yeah, that's
it's gonna rain
energy.
tomorrow.
That's Paula's energy. She's a Leo. She loves when it's in.
Yes, that's my energy. And
anytime-
just can't understand that, but that's okay because
Mhm.
that's where he's at. But I just know the energy that I feel with inside of me is supposed to keep building and building and building. It's not supposed to be quenched. You cannot blaze or put out a blazing sun. You cannot. Good luck trying. I'll wait.
Yeah. All right, T. Have a good night. I appreciate you, man.
So, okay,
Yeah.
have a good
Yeah,
night.
so just let me know the time and possibly the date for
Okay. Yeah, I'll
next
shoot you a message on the D word.
yeah.
On the Dido. We're all gonna wear
Yeah,
we're all gonna
and-
wear masks. We're all gonna wear masks
Yeah.
that day.
No,
Thanks
'cause-
No
Dominic and thanks to Doc
masks.
too. If Doc can hear me, thanks to Doc too. So
Mhm.
enjoy
Yes.
and have fun.
Thanks.
all
Steve.
right. I'll see you.
Yeah. All right.
See you
Good
Bye.
night.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
It's so cool because he's in Finland.
Are you
You
gonna
know,
go? Are you
Well,
gonna
I've
go?
never known anybody from Finland.
me
or-
neither. He's my first, and then he speaks Russian too,
Oh, he's my
and
Yeah.
he speaks like 3 languages, I think.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, I know English and Spanish, so
Does he have? I should have asked him. Does he have an Arabic background of some sort?
I think so.
I'll ask him next time.
Oh, he has something. There's something special about him, you know. So I'm so intrigued about him. There's like I want to know his story.
Flip a card. Flip a card. Ask it out there, Rick. It'll come to you, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you want him to share. I get it.
Yeah, like I want him to tell me so that way I can do it. Because I feel a lot of good energy with him. You know, he's just, but he has a lot of energies around him, and there are like 5 of them. So it's pretty cool. I'm so appreciative of having him on. You know, because that's a big difference. That's 7-hour difference. You know, I used to have people on here from Saudi Arabia.
Sweet.
Saudi Arabia, Australia, New Zealand.
What with the White
Like
House?
this is like in the beginning.
Anybody from the White House?
Yeah, I mean, people like. I think I don't know. It's just it's cool to have people from all around, you know, around the world and in different places, and everyone has different opinions, different thoughts, different, you know, every you know, and we're just clashing. And to me, it was like I felt like Clash of the Titans. It was like stuff like this has to happen, you know, and everything happens for a reason. And I know things will smooth out. It's just
Always. If it doesn't, there's a learning lesson.
it will. It's just it is what it is. It had to happen.
Sure.
You know, that's how a lot of issues that has happened here. Like I always tell people, you know, you bring it here and we work it out.
We're not killing anybody here that I'm aware of. You know, like
Nah.
there's a lot of crisis going on. But if you decide to have the 400, you want to do it live, well, maybe I'll have to find a gesture hat so I can accommodate my full attitude.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the 400 show. I'm just debating tomorrow because I gotta go to a friend's house, and she lives about an hour away, and she's just recuperating from surgery and stuff. And we're gonna go over there and hang out with her and
Well, don't you have to do? But if I remember,
have lunch. Yeah, I'm gonna have sushi for lunch tomorrow.
well, keep
I like
in mind, girlfriend over here, Mrs. Paula, if you don't mind me calling you my girlfriend, aren't you doing one tomorrow, Paula?
Paula stepped out for a second. She'll be back.
But I think she was doing something on the 28th and 29th. I would have to go look. I think she was going to do some. Oh no, the 29th. Let me check, guys. Just to help you, Rick, just in case you wanted to have her there.
Oh yeah. I might take a break tomorrow. I might not do nothing tomorrow and then wait it for Sunday. I'll just let people know. I mean, you on Discord, Dominic?
I've been on it before, but Discord serves it quite correctly. Discord with people, like I said, I don't really like to argue with people, but I get it. Sometimes I do get caught up in that kind of stuff. So no, I prefer myself personally YouTube, but I've been on Discord before.
Okay, you know, because to send you a message to let you know, like when I like for the show and stuff, because like I have T, I have Albie, Doc, I have a whole bunch of people that I know that I still stay acquainted with on there, and I just let them know. I send them a message.
If you don't mind, Rick, if you don't mind, I have, you obviously, I'm from Canada.
But I know you get the notification, so because you always
No.
come through.
No, I usually search, but if you want, I'll share mine anyway. If you like to text, if you can do text, I know American Canada can text. I'm going to leave you my text number right there. You're more than welcome to have it if you
Okay.
want. If you want,
Okay.
if you don't, I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, let me write it down.
Yeah, yeah. And then when you text me, then I'll have yours. Then I'll know when you're on. And if not, then at least I could send you a little like namaste little things.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'm just checking right now for Paula. If I remember correctly, Paula I think she's planned to do 2 this week.
I'm gonna actually write it down on a piece of paper that I wrote. The last
Yeah.
unicorn.
The last unicorn. I'm not a unicorn. I wish I was a unicorn. Then I would be rare, and I would probably be hunted down.
Yeah, that's why I'm writing it down on the last unicorn paper because I put that there because Paula told me about this movie, and she told me to watch it, and if I think you could watch it on YouTube free.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm gonna watch it eventually. I'm gonna get to it, but I left it there
The
on.
last unicorn, or which one?
No, the last unicorn you told me about.
Yeah, the last unicorn. Yeah. I don't think it's free anymore, but I think it only costs like $3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Actually, I'm gonna see if
Oh,
let's see if I could watch it in my box that I have, because I could just type up the name of the movie and then watch it.
yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that so I can watch it on the big screen.
Rick, keep in mind, there's a sexy Leo going to do a chat tomorrow at 3:00. It's called Let's talk about evolution of the human soul because it's important. I think her name is Paula. I think she's going to do it.
She's gonna do a show.
She's a.
You doing your show tomorrow, Paula?
Well, it shows it. Unless she's forgot.
Where is she, Paula? Where you at, girl? I know she hears me. That's good.
Yeah. You know who the most patient.
Okay, say what?
But
Are you doing a show tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Saturday.
29th at 3:00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Well done.
Because Sunday's my birthday. So
Ooh, let's do it Sunday then.
No, she's doing it tomorrow. She's probably spending some time. Oh, you talking about for your 400th, maybe for your birthday?
Yeah, that's gonna be a big ass celebration. Her birthday and 400. Shit, oh yeah.
Maybe ask Paula. Paula, are you going to be spending time with family on your birthday?
no.
Hell no.
I'm sure. I'm asking. That might be a joke to you, but I'm asking out of sincerity.
I'm sincerely laughing too.
We are her family.
Am I missing something, Paula? Sorry, Paula. Am I missing something?
My family is dysfunctional as all hell, and I will just be here with my husband.
Okay.
So
Okay. I'm asking.
doing exactly what I'm doing right now.
Hell yeah, Paula, we're gonna do 400 on your birthday. That's what's up.
Then-
I like that.
Then we'll be your family.
So
Paula, if you don't
show's
mind.
gonna be on Sunday, and what time you want to start it? Because it's your birthday too. It's like I think you have more.
Not early, because I think
What time are you available?
3 in the afternoon, maybe.
2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 3 because I like the number 3. So we'll do. I'll set it up, and we'll do a 400 / Paula's birthday, bitch. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a celebration of celebrations. 400th with Paula's birthday.
I'll be 55.
We need a fucking big. Oh my god! And you're 55. We need a lion. We need to bring out. I can't get a lion, but we'll figure something out with a lion. We'll get a picture. I'm gonna put a big ass picture of a lion. It'll be Paula's 55.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Well done, Paula. In some cultures, I know the Europeans anyway, Italians, I don't know about for all Europeans, but they classify when a person's born, they're literally in their first year. So when they celebrate a birthday, they're ending it. So in some cultures, they would have said to Paula, you're finishing your 55th year, and now you're in the year 56. This is where some people, when they play the year of release, people have to understand what calendar do they use? You know, are you in your 49th year? Are you completing your 49th year? Kind of ideal. So, but I get it.
Yeah,
Here,
because like the first, 9 months, you're in the belly. Yeah.
so they say. So they say. Well, I go with for me on the premise that was for the vessel. This is why some people, when they I don't know all people, but some people say they've communicated within the vessel. You know, people try to teach it information before it comes out, because the vessel is its own intelligent, and we can communicate with it. But if we are that, then how do you communicate? You're basically communicating with yourself at that point. You know, it's like, it goes back to who runs the body when we go to sleep. Who runs the body when we're communicating with each other? Who's controlling the blood and that? And some people, they can pick up when they do organ transplant. They can actually get the memory cells from another person.
Of others. Yeah.
Yeah, not all people. I can't say I do that, but at least I note it. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then something inside say, yeah, Don, but it's not meant for you to do that. And this is where some people forget they have their own gifts. So Paula, yours is yours, whether you come into it. And then for some people, they might have a tough time with it, but it sucks to be them.
Yeah. I think I came here to learn how to be independent. That's why I showed up as a lion with a dysfunctional family.
Wow. Yeah, really. And if they know how to be obedient, they realize the role that you play as a lion. Well, usually lions have lioness around them.
Well, no, that's the thing, is that yes, lions usually do have a pride of other lions. However, there are few and far between that are loners. And I think I'm one of them. Because life is more peaceful without a whole bunch of other people in it stirring the pot.
Well, if your choices are limited, meaning you're around a whole bunch of people that are falling asleep, yeah, your choice would be, I'd rather take my chance of being alone. But once you're around company that you enjoy,
very worldly people. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you
they're playing Keeping Up with the Joneses. I've never played that game.
Aren't these subdivision kind of people now, the Jones? Or are they into farming now? There's always that illusion, who are the Jones?
No, the Joneses have to have the next best cell phone and the next best car, and their phone and car is better than your phone and car, and that's the Joneses.
Even if it puts you in debt?
They don't care. They don't understand.
No, it's all image. It's image.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Yeah. And for you to try to explain that to them, Paula, and you're the
yes, I've tried to explain that to them. They didn't give a flip. It was like I was speaking another language.
Yeah. Talking to a brick. At that point, at least
talking to a brick.
At least the brick can communicate with you, Paula, and say, "Yeah, okay, where do you want me to be on the wall? Sure, but I get it. Now we're in good company here, Rick, LB, especially Doc, and even T. Few and far numbers. It's not. It would be nice if it's billions of people, but hey, it is what it is. And I
call us the misfits.
Misfits.
Bad
news bears. We're the bad news bear. We make a team
because we don't fit in other communities, and we've tried, so we always end up right back here. This is home base.
Yeah, it could be the best thing, and I appreciate Rick and you for establishing sites. I appreciate that, Rick, especially you. You know what I mean? You choose to make a platform. I know a lot of times, even myself, I go off the rail or whatever, but hey, you allow me to have a long enough leash that I can hang myself. The hangman. The hangman. Isn't that the fool upside down? Fucking right I am. I love it. But doesn't the fool have a dog with him too? Like a Damien? I had a cat. Buffy.
Well, the dog is Canis Major, I believe. Or it's at least Canis. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Paula. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can elaborate and bring it into details.
Yeah, because the full card is also the Orion constellation.
Like
I'm a
little adept only because my wife Paula, and one day you'll get the chance to hear her. I think she has over 400 decks of tarot cards. So she really.
I
plays
have
with-
one. It's the Thoth deck.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's a lot of times you just need one. But she
Mhm.
used to do sites, whether oracle cards, tarot cards. That's something that she enjoys doing. So she chose to come back as a healer this time around. That's why I had said a couple of curses were removed from me. She was able to remove one for me. Now, whether or not I actually did that to myself, she told me it was a Spanish person that did that to me. I'm like, really? Those Spanish folks, are they a little bit upset in previous lives, are they? Envy is a tricky thing. People get very envious because they think they're sitting on gold. I say, yeah, the gold's within you. It's not outside. If it is gold. For some people, it's silver.
Yeah.
Now we're
Yeah.
talking just about elements. I was listening to a guy talking about something that surrounds the four elements. He's usually the observer of those things. Fire is one of them, but even that, is it really fire that they're seeing, or they're just seeing something shape-shifting into fire?
Mm-hmm.
I get the elements, and they're saying that those four elements are very linear. The quintessential actually surrounds it. It's more of a circular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's like they say the sun is, the element of fire, but
Mhm.
also gold.
Mhm.
And
Could be
I
a
have
crystal.
had two people throughout my YouTube community life out here in the YouTube world. Two people have said that they can see auras, and mine is gold. And that was before they knew I was a Leo with a ruling planet that's a star, which is the sun. So,
Yeah, that makes sense. Gold city, yellow, gold. Yeah. I
Yeah.
say I can't see order, but it does resonate with me. Yeah, when you say that about you, yeah, there's a reason why you're a Leo.
Yep.
Or you were born under the sign of Leo. Now I get it. Sometimes we think we are those things. We could be, or we can manifest those things. It's as hard when somebody else tries to denounce it. Let them be. It's like a kid that's playing on the beach. Let them play. Unless for some reason there's going to be some sort of wave coming and it's going to drown the kid. Let them play.
well, I think your birth chart is your yellow brick road, your script for this life,
Yep.
what you came here to do and overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like when I was younger, I had a little bit of ego, but not as much as most people. So I didn't have much ego to overcome as I grew older. So that was good.
Were you more of a people pleaser at that time, maybe, Paula?
Hell, fucking,
No,
I've
I'm just
never
asking.
been a people pleaser. No.
Okay, good enough. But that serves your purpose too, because sometimes when people are around other people that are trying to take advantage of them, they figure the only way I can actually survive in that environment is just always suck up to them and be drained of their energy.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
No, it wouldn't for you as a Leo. And we relate a little bit because I usually lead with my solar plex. That's usually the color of yellow in the middle chakras.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm, once again, it shouldn't always be about me, but I get it for some people. Well, I just told you about me, so talk about me. I'm like, okay, what am I going to say? It's beyond just me. Like when you try to help other people, Paula, part of the participation is hopefully that they're going to participate.
Yeah, I don't so much try to help unless I'm trying to point out who's a liar. Because I used to try to help. That's how I started my whole YouTube channel and Facebook and any other social media that I've tried, was to help. However, I have learned the hard way over time that these motherfuckers don't want my goddamn help, even though my help would help them. So they're on their own via their own damn choice. And good luck with that. I hope you know what you're doing out there, people. So what I do is I just do my own thing. And if it helps somebody, it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I get the sense from you, Paul, you're not the I told you so kind of person. It is what it is. I'm here. You got me now. If you want me to assist you in some way or point out something, if not, they're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to say what they're going to say.
No, you're off on that, because
Okay.
I'm absolutely, and I told you so person.
Oh, are
Because
you
I
really,
tried
Paula?
to help you. I tried to
Yeah.
help you, but no, you wouldn't listen to me, And I do it in a comedic way, like I just did,
Ah,
you know.
Okay. My
And
apologies,
so you
Paula.
suffer the repercussions of not listening, you know. But that's it. I don't, every time I see them in a live or something, I don't go, well, I told you so. I just say it once. You know, I'm
Just a
not one of
reminder.
those that drives it every time I'm in their presence. I just say it once and I move on.
But do you keep the door open if they say, okay, Paula, I learned my lesson.
I
I'll come to you now?
absolutely keep the door
Okay,
open. You've seen
so
the
that-
videos on my channel.
Yeah, so you're not malicious. Well done, Paula. Okay.
No,
I
I'm not
apologize.
malicious at all. No.
No, nobody's malicious. Rick, you're not malicious at all. You know what I mean? You're a
Mm-mm.
beautiful soul. You know, and Albie, he amplified the ideal of being peace and silent. There's a lot of us where we have to learn sometimes just to sit there and just hear the whole time, or just who knows what Albie's doing, but that's his choice.
Yeah. You know, comedy, you know, really, it accidentally helps other people. And I am a natural born comedian. So if I see a moment that I can make funny, like Dominic,
Please,
Doc, Dominic, you know,
well done. That's your way to interject without having to bring the big. Thank you, by the way.
yes.
I made it a
Yeah.
point to say thank you. You know, because I get it when my ego's there. I get it. You know, my wife usually would, you know, the love of a woman where she can give you that look, or somebody like you would say something. I'm like, okay, that's my cue to say, okay, button it up. I'll do my part.
Yeah.
I can't speak for other people. If they want to keep talking, that's up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, got 20 more minutes. We'll wrap it up at 9 here.
Okay.
So,
Well, I might have until then.
so what time are you doing your show tomorrow, Paula?
I might postpone that.
Oh no!
I was trying to get another guy to join me and the realist, but I'm not sure if the realist will even show up. He's getting wore out there in the YouTube community, trying to speak reason and logic to people, find out who really misses me while I'm gone out there and who doesn't. I found out that Charles is what his channel's called. He really misses me. And the conflict that happened when I had to come against the two liars happened on his channel. But he knows that I am painfully honest. And so he knows I'm not the liar here. And so, but he kind of got thrown under the bus because he's always having these other two people on his show. Now, if he could just tell them, look, I don't want you on my channel anymore because you're a bunch of fucking liars. And if they're a liar, we can't fucking trust you. So get the fuck out of here. Then I would be there every day. Or every time he goes live, you know. But I'm not going to keep hanging around a channel where the vibe is shit. Because there's two liars in the room that are posers and fakers and pretenders. I can't do that. It's not good for me.
I get it, Paul. And then you're setting boundaries for yourself. Well done.
Yeah.
Well, that's up to him if what he's after. You know, some people are after ratings, views. Maybe
he is looking for truth people. He's looking for honest people. He's not looking for liars. And then after I left, I guess at least one of the two liars kept showing up on his channel and bad-mouthing me until he snapped on him.
Well, that's good. At least maybe he needed to tolerate it to a certain point. It's like some dogs will tolerate the other dog that's aggravating. Eventually they'll show, because a lot of time, Paula, that's usually, you don't have to be put in that situation where you have to use your paws. Other people need to learn, and if they choose to, and hopefully that'll open up a door for you, and you can go back there, and the people that watch that kind of stuff or what he has to share, they'll benefit from your presence.
Well, yeah. That's the thing, though, is that, you know, he does want good people surrounding him. He doesn't want the posers and the fakers. And if nobody speaks up and says, I have cornered two motherfuckers as liars, then how is anyone going to ever know who can and cannot be trusted? Who to keep in your close circle and who not to keep in your close. And so it has always been my job to expose them. I'm the exposer.
I love it. You're not the agitator, you're the exposer.
I'm not the agitator, but if I catch the agitation, I'm going to expose it, especially when they're trying to throw me under the bus.
Yeah. The only person that's throwing you under the bus should be you.
Yeah. Well, I threw myself under the bus.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
I knew
No,
exactly what was
yeah.
going to happen when I came against the two liars. I knew this right here is now going to cause people to start thinking twice about just befriending any old loser on the internet just because they have a voice.
You were there, Paul. So
Um,
did you get the sense
it's
they were literally liars or misleaders, or were they genuinely liars?
genuinely liars,
Okay.
genuine liars.
Okay.
Like it's all they do is lie. Yes,
So they could be
genuine lie.
agents. Are they getting paid for being, if they're an agent? Are they getting paid at least?
Infiltrators is the new word
Okay.
that I call them.
Okay.
Infiltrators, pretending to be part of the spiritual community when really they're just there as, like, say, an energy vampire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that person who's ever hosting it, obviously you corrected her really quick, Paula, when we had that conversation the other day. But at your site, hopefully that person will do by your example and say, listen, zero tolerance here.
Yeah, it's zero tolerance. And, you know, and unless my video title says send in the clowns, you're not invited. You know, I made the video.
Yeah. By the way, Rick, you have that permission always with me. If I get off the board and get a little bit cuckoo pops, and if you feel as though I'm disturbing it, you're more than welcome to boot me off, because I'm never going to take it personal, because I always will talk to you behind the chat.
No, I let people speak their mind. That's why
Okay.
it's.
Well, thank you then, Rick. Thank you.
Well, that's not what the case is. These clowns that we're talking about are more like the Joker in the Batman movies.
Oh, okay. They're not
And
even
they
there.
are not there to add to the conversation from their perspective as much as they are there to block you from having the conversation at all.
Could they be the two old men in what you call it, the Muppet Show? And they're up in the bleacher, just fucking old men complaining, bitching and complaining? Or are they actually there to, if you say blue, they say red?
Yes, and if you say anything, they're they say the opposite, and then they don't even explain themselves. They're cryptic fucks, and I don't like cryptic fucks. You know, quit being cryptic. Get out of here with that.
I get you, Paula. I get it.
They hide behind.
They act like they know everything, but they're being cryptic. Fuck you. If you know something, say it.
Yeah,
otherwise, fuck out of here. You ain't proved
right.
you know shit.
Yeah, well, they could, but if they're not going to share, it's like you know, you hear commercial, they give you this big build up. I said, no, if you truly have something to offer it. If it was really about money, we'll put at the very beginning how much it's going to cost, and then tell me your story. You know what I mean? It's like somebody coming in and knocking on your door. Can I count on your vote? I said, I don't know nothing about the guy that you're representing. Maybe you need to bring him here for have a chit chat with
The
him.
song just played in my head. You can keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Who
That's
sings
right.
that? Who sings that song? I remember hearing it. I just don't remember who sung it. Is it an old 70s or 80s?
I can find out. It's actually I think 70s, right?
For some reason, I get
maybe
this
60s. Because I know Elvis sang it too. Didn't he sing something like that too? No, he didn't. Who was it?
One
Elvis.
I mean, he probably played a rendition of it, but I could hear him singing it.
They played it in movies.
Yeah,
it was never one of my, favorites. It's not one I really like, but
you know what movie they played it in?
No, I don't remember.
It's it's that Stephen King movie, the one with the car.
Christine.
Christine, remember?
It was Christine. That's right.
When the car with the radio, it's like keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Barbie too? Hey, Rick, wasn't it on Barbie too? Have you seen the movie yet, Paula? Barbie?
Well, fucking no. Wouldn't waste my damn time, my money, my energy, nothing. Hell to the motherfucking no.
It's okay. Me and Rick watched it for you.
Oh, Little Richard. Thank you.
Little Richard. Okay, so that's like 60s then. Was it
Yeah,
not?
Little Richard. That's
There
right.
you go. Well done. Yes.
Oh my God, he was such a great singer too. I loved his attitude.
Mm,
That was
I
one
hear-
of the things that the female liar kept doing. She kept trying to tell me I was prejudiced. Bitch, you don't know me, Jack, from motherfucking shit. I have never been prejudiced in my life, and I will never be prejudiced just because you fucking say I am. So get your mouth the fuck off of me, bitch.
love it. I love it, Paula.
I will eat you.
No, you're not prejudiced, Paula. Far from it.
Hell no.
I have some buddies that said, I'm like, no, I'm not prejudiced. I just hate everybody. Okay, at least you're fair that way.
You know, I absolutely love Rick. I absolutely love fucking The Realist. And most of my friends in my life here were black. And they were the ones that were faithful friends. They didn't stab me in the back. They didn't lie to me.
Why does it just have to be two different shades? What about, we can include the midgets, the deformed, the one that have speech impairment? Why do we always have to make it about two different shades? Like, to me, that sounds racist.
I've had handicapped friends, but
there you go.
yeah.
People that wear baseball caps. I wear a baseball cap, Rick. People that like Sidekick. How many people say,
I
oh, that's
friend people
woo-woo.
by their skin color or their disability. I friend them by their personalities.
Yeah. But hey, they're not talked to, and because you're in a female forum, how many men fucking are insensitive to women? I said, that's a form of racism, if you want to get technical.
Yeah, it's sexism. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a form of racism, because the last time I remember, it's the human race, and with all its different beauties to it, color, shape, size. But I get it, it's usually one part, especially because we live in this part of the world. If we start going to Africa or India, they have their group of, we don't like the people that are on the island. Why not? Well, they crack their eggs differently. I'm like, really? Is that where we're at again?
No.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you might have seen it. If you haven't, bonus to you, where if people say, oh, what do you do for a profession? I'm a psychic. You just have to observe their language, their body. Like, psychic, what's that? I'm like, you live in an age of technology. You can easily study it, understand what tarot cards is, understand about how metaphysical work, all this different stuff.
Good thing thank goodness I don't have any nosy people around me.
No, good for you, Rick. Good for you.
I'm like, I keep to myself. This is where I'm always at.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be here. I'll be doing my stuff, but I'm a lone wolf during the day, and then in the evening I'm with my pack. I got Paula, I got you, I got Albie,
I don't know what
I got Doc, I got a lot of people. Like it's the wolf pack, and they come through, and like wolves, we get in disagreements and we figure it out and we move forward.
But that's interesting. A lion has a pack. Same with a wolf. If the people understand the strength, the alpha in that pack, other people follow accordingly. It's a beautiful thing to follow other people. It puts less pressure of a person just following themselves all the time. I think all species, in a certain point, have that time where they respect each other and they follow each other to a certain point. Not all species do it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
The wolf pack, I love it.
Oh, and there's a method to my madness when it comes to liars. See, I have a full-on belief.
You better be ready.
Go ahead.
If you believe lies, that will cause you to naturally get someday Alzheimer's and what's the other one? Dementia. And I'm going to mostly use the word dementia here for this example, because if you believe a bunch of lies, it is going to make you lose your mind. Also, I believe that if you believe lies, they will make you sick. So they are going around and lying their lies and delivering a poisonous venom into the YouTube community and calling it truth. And I will eat them with the truth.
Well, that's why I think you used the word vampire energy or whatever. They drain energy. Yeah, and Paula, the fact that you just said that, yeah, I can see it. People, if you don't use it correctly or use it energetically, you will eventually be rewarded with Alzheimer's or dementia.
Yeah. Everything has a cause and effect. Everything.
It might take a lifespan, or at least midway through the lifespan, because most of us don't live to 70, 80. So if we do have the potential of living 120, what is that really saying to us as stewards? Are we really taking good care of ourselves?
Right.
I can say that about myself, where I know I don't take care of my vessel in so many different ways. I might understand it, but it doesn't necessarily mean I practice it. So that's for me to learn.
But people don't know how to spot a liar when they see one or when they hear one,
We got you, Paula.
Mhm.
You're not always around.
Back. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's called calling people shit. I'm okay if you call me out of my shit. You're helping me refine me for who I am as a human being. Thank you. I appreciate that. And
Yes.
you don't have to get to know me for fucking 5 years. You could do it. I've known you now for a couple of times. You got free range on me, Paula. I'm okay with it. Some people have a problem with that because they don't want to hear that because they're in their enchantment. Oh no, Paula, I'm perfect. I'm like, maybe
Yeah, they try to act like they're perfect. And no, fuck, you're not. Especially if you're a liar, you're not perfect.
Maybe the vessel is somewhat perfect. Maybe it's complete to a certain point. Maybe, but at the same time, but the other stuff that you're telling, okay, how would that serve if you were telling that to a child? That's always the equation. How would that help if you had a child? Would you want that child to do that to you and vice versa? Well, I don't care about.
Oh, I taught my child how to be able to spot a liar. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. You give her a gift. It'll be like somebody teaching their kids how to with land.
It's a perfect drone shot of
Yeah.
night of a sunset.
Yeah.
What was that? I didn't hear that last part.
Sorry, Paula. Judith just came in and she says it's the perfect shot for a drone shot for a sunset. I'm like, you're right, Judith.
Ah, nice.
It is. Yeah. She does a lot of editing with all that kind of stuff. She enjoys doing that. So.
Heck yeah. While you're there, sun gaze.
Yes, at this time of night, yeah. Well, very true. Yeah. I know what people think.
Sunrise, sunset.
Get that energy. Get that energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially get out with nature.
Mm. Well, we did some barefoot hiking today, Rick, out in the woods.
Nice.
Heck yeah, barefoot hiking. Yeah.
There was a lot of mud puddles. Love it.
Mm.
I was doing a couple of
Skin shoes.
doing some dancing while I was in there.
Shoes.
I want to go one day. There's this place up in Massachusetts. They have dinosaur prints.
Hmm.
And it's area. It's like a little park, but you have to make your way down, and you see the prints of dinosaurs that were here. When I do it, I'll do a video and I'll show you guys. It's pretty cool. I did it once and it was really fun. It was entertaining because like I never seen dinosaur prints, so I was like, that's fucking cool. If it's real, it's fucking cool. And yeah, dinosaurs were here, so they just something that humanity is gonna go through. Same thing. It's always a repeat. History always repeats. So,
knowing that, Rick, because I'm both with energy workers here, do you play with the ideal or have heard it or sensed that maybe our species at one time, let's say, we're taller, and maybe
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good enough. Like giants.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the oxygen was a lot different than we have now. So everything back then was like huge.
Same with the trees and all that kind of stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rick. Okay.
It's freaking amazing to see back then, but it's like now it's so polluted. You should see how much carbon they just put up there on a daily basis, and it's not only the United States, but China and like China. There are heavy polluters, and how are we gonna change anything if they just continue to dirty?
Mm.
Well, that's why we have to stop giving off carbon in every other friggin' country on planet Earth so that only China can do it. Because China already makes everything. So they basically already own the whole world. So it's
Yeah.
all about them. That's why. That's why.
Is it
The
Paula,
empire.
do you think it's just China or the big corporations, big business people that go to China and they take advantage of their laws?
Well, anyone sucking China's dangly. Yeah.
That's true. No, I'm with you on that, Paula.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The reason I'd ask earlier, guys, is because if we were a bigger species and we could easily be more destructive. You know, think about having a 40-foot mass body, and can you imagine the sound that would come from that vessel? So maybe we've been manipulated, or we chose to manipulate ourselves to be less destructive in these smaller forms. You know, because my wife talks about it. Maybe Paula and Rick, you've done that, where you think energetic, you're way bigger than your physical body is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have like an aura or whatever. I forget what they call it, but it's like an aura around you that spans
Mm-hmm.
55 feet around you.
Mm-hmm. Then we start looking
There's
at
that number again, 55. If that number comes out in the Mega Millions, I better have played it.
well, it's going to be 55. Well, she's going to pass 55. She's going to be freedom 55.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you.
I'll send you a whole bunch of namastes if you want them, Paula.
Ah,
To acknowledge your soul.
I, do what you want, but I mean,
Thank you.
it's,
Thank you.
because my energies are never going to fail me.
I know you don't need nothing, Paula, but
Yeah.
I do it.
I got the sun on my side. I'm good.
Mhm.
But you were born late at night, Paula.
I was born at 11:59:59, which is the midnight hour.
Really? Wow, Paul. I was born noon, and you were born 11:59, just as it's turning over in the evening. Well done.
I was born at night, but I was born at 10. Oh, I always forget. I have it here. Everything I need is right here next to me. So I know what time I was born. I just forget sometimes.
Yeah.
Even that, I had a
Thank goodness I have my birth certificate here too.
Oh, you've got your baptism. You got your birth certificate. Do you have your what other ones can you have now?
I got my passport. I got everything. Let me see. I was born at 10. I was born at 10:25 p.m.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Even I made I call it a Freudian slip, where I said I was born. I said no, I birthed myself. You know, it's kind of like
I pushed out and I came out like Superman.
Did you have like an S on your chest?
Shit, I feel like it most of the time. I feel like this has already been etched on me. You know, but Superman sometimes needs breaks.
That needs a break.
Especially when it comes to my family.
Hey, but you ever notice the superheroes and the villains, when they go through Manhattan, they're helping economically because they're destroying the city again.
Shit. It's well, I'm gonna wrap it up because I gotta get going.
Ciao, Rick.
It was awesome talk tonight.
Yeah, Paula.
We'll do the 400 show Sunday at 3 p.m.
Yep.
So everyone have a great weekend. Have a great tomorrow, and
You too.
sleep well.
Thanks, Paula.
Yes.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Albie.
I love you all.
Thank you, Paula. Same with you.